systems now.
And we're back. All right. So I just want to make sure audio's working before I get too far into this. Okay, it looks like we're good. All right. So last we left off with the first episode, the team themselves all found invitations individually to a grand gala that only happens one day, once a year, at a random location that nobody's supposed to know where it is. You all went there. Some of you went there without using the power of the actual invitation itself. It made your way there. Found out that this is a lavish event with its own kind of nuance of life that currently exists in the world, along with also having very expensive one-of-a-kind items that are scattered amongst the grounds it's in layout. Through some movements, some of you are able to discover a couple things. One is there's a couple of assailants that look like they're trying to actively steal items, but not able to figure out why they're stealing items, and they're not being currently found. Another couple of, or at least one of you are able to figure out that some of these items belong to a long, possibly extinct god. Through some time, you eventually get invited into a forbidden room that's supposed to be off limits to the rest of the party. As you go into the room, it's almost like entering into a different realm itself. Meeting up with what everyone calls the queen, you find what looks like an elvish humanoid cloaked in very expensive drapes, explain to you about events that have transpired 20 years before, has created problems within the realms, and illustrates to you what you see outside the windows, as you see all the realms themselves constantly shown decay and disorder, along with several portraits that describe several humanoids, some of them discovered to be Bahamut and the twins Armros and Kokobial before they were all transformed to gods themselves. But mostly outside of that left a mystery, as she, not really a quest, but basically automatically just kind of dictates you to complete a quest for her to solve this problem. As in a sort of pseudo trying to make a point, she transforms into a godly image herself, into a tall, bluish white figure with cracks in her skin of gold, wrapped in drapes of her own hair that is golden threads to weave something out of. And that's pretty much where we left off. So, in her visage, she's automatically casting some kind of what seems like arcane veil over the room itself. You can't really tell what it's doing, but you can definitely tell it's not affecting you directly. But she's just standing there, and very much as a godly entity, it's almost like she is so gigantic in this form that she's half phased into the floor, where like her torso is kind of like starting on the floor, and then the floor itself is kind of like clouds, as she has to kind of like lean over for her body to fit in this room while she's in this floor, while her hair is just draped like a pile around her of gold. As she just leans up with some of the threads in her fingers, as she just kind of keeps twisting them and twirling them in her fingers. She's got another one with her long golden nails just tapping with a sort of impatience, but also trying to hold herself back with letting you take it in. What would you like to do?
So, what are we meant to be looking at in all of this?
I am offering you a partial sight into what I can see. It is only a fraction of what I see as I can see through all, but at least you can at least see the simplest form of what I can. Decaying realms that cannot be fixed. Worlds that will eventually be destroyed due to the acts of individuals that took life into their own hands. And now I must employ my own strategy to fix what cannot be taken care of.
So, are you some sort of god?
She looks at you throughout, like, what you look like a face, but it's almost like she has no expression. You could assume maybe it's like her face is almost like rock hard, like a mask. The void of eyes that are gold and black look at you for a second to just look away. Without an expression, you can't tell what she was intending by looking at you, but she did not give a response.
Why us?
Did he freeze? I think he froze.
Who?
I freeze.
I just heard, can I ask?
Oh.
Yeah, we just heard, can I ask? And then I didn't hear anything else.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I would say Bjorn would say, why us?
Oh, why us? Okay.
Yes.
Puzzling query, nonetheless. To be honest, I do not quite know myself. I had ways of knowing these things, but due to actions taken by the same folks that have created this problem, I cannot see into the pathway that I used to. Therefore, I am going on chance. I'll allow things to move as the way they would. Several of you, I see a line already set for you. Some of you at crossroads that could either help or hinder this. But nonetheless, I can see that each one of you has a pathway that can at least influence the way that would at least benefit my cause.
And that is?
Fixing the problem. If the realms are decaying, so will everyone inside of them. I'm imploring you to help me lessen the decay. There's already...
What exactly do you need us to do?
That is unfortunately more complicated than a mere sit down and drinks. That is time that I do not have and information that I do not quite know yet. As I said before, the power that I had has been snuffed away 20 years back, and I only will know this information as it comes to me. Step by steps will I earn more information, and therefore I will deliver it to you. Right now, all I know is we must start with the Nexus Realm, Aberrant itself. It has been tethered to much damage as its main point where all the damage started there. I have a colleague, one of the few mortals that exists within that realm that knows of my existence, that will be able to help you. I offer you to meet her. She will explain to you what is necessary. She can even pay you for services rendered if you help her out with some of her own personal needs. As far as what I'm asking for you is to be warriors that are going to save trillions. And if that does not seem to benefit you, then at least think of your own families or your own homes that could get destroyed. This won't happen tomorrow. This won't happen in a month. This won't happen in a year. But this will happen in your lifetime. And if you want to prevent it, I have chosen you to assist me to do this task. If I knew why I made this choice, I would tell you. But once was an easy, clear path that my tapestries could read is now a blur. Whether that is what the damage has already done, or what it will do. Nonetheless, I cannot see further than 1 day ahead. So I would have you be my sight. The sight that I've lost.
I'm going to insight her with a 16.
She is stoic. With an emotionless face and eyes that don't really stray too far. You're going off voice alone, pretty much. And her voice is just very straightforward. It's kind of hard to make heads or tails if she's hiding anything from you. As far as you can assume, she's giving you what she knows. She's clearly telling you that she's not going to tell you everything that she knows, but everything that she finds preview that you would need to know she's offering to you.
Question, DM.
Mm-hmm.
Is the voice the same voice that I heard when I touched the eye?
It sounds similar, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go, excuse me, Weaver?
Yes.
Weaver? Miss Weaver? I don't know how to title of you. You were talking about 20 years ago. Are you talking about when the fire started in the sky?
As you just see, like, her left hand that just, like, was originally tapping, it just immediately just kind of, like, screeches real quick against the ground, and then she starts tapping again. Yes, the actions of a few, many few that day and the days that came before, have created a cataclysm. A cataclysm that I deem to fix.
See.
And she starts tapping again.
I write in my book, Weaver, and say, connect it directly to fire in sky.
She immediately pulls two other hands, and the arms start like folding out from behind her back as they just reach out in the ground. As her right hand takes one bracelet, lays it on the ground, another bracelet lays on the ground, until she has a total of 6. As they reach down and as they drop down from her size, they basically turn into like sonic rings as they just lay there as these gold rings on the ground. If you choose to accept this path patronage, take a ring, and you are imbued with my blessing. I don't know what much that will be at this point, due to the disconnect I will have upon these realms, but we'll see. It's better than nothing.
I'm gonna whisper to Alistair. This is it. This is an adventure. This is what Dad, what his crew, what Mom. This is what they went through. They saved people. This is our chance.
You can tell that he is in thought as you say that, and he's just like, yeah, maybe. It's at least a step on the way home.
Nova goes up and grabs one, and then goes behind everybody else after they grab one.
Okay.
All right. Sounds cool.
I don't know what sort of warrior I can be, but I'll take all the blessings I can get. And I go forward and I get one. Grab one.
Sure. You can choose how you want them to be attuned to you. They can be attuned as a necklace. They can be attuned as a bracelet. They can even go on horns, if so deemed fit. But wherever you make them attuned, they permanently become that kind of item. You can still take them off, but if you make it a necklace, it stays as a necklace. Kind of like that.
I'll take it as a bracelet.
Okay.
Same.
Okay.
I'll look back at my brother one more time, kind of questioning, and then go up and grab one and put it on my wrist as a bracelet.
Okay.
I'll walk up and pick one up, and I'll put it on my horn.
Okay. Figured you're gonna do that.
I'll walk up, grab one, but he takes it and like puts it in a bag instead.
I will walk up. Before I grab one, can I do an investigation check on it?
Sure. Also on the side, Alistair and Azalia, what is your passive insight?
12.
11.
Okay, you're good. What'd you get for investigation?
18.
18. The rings themselves, before you grab them, are solid gold. They are naturally radiating what seems like a very, very light golden aura that definitely seems celestial in nature. As far as investigation, these things are not harmful to you. They definitely imbue a blessing, but you cannot tell what kind of blessing it is. They definitely are made to attune to one person. It does look like, it seems like it's a one-time blessing. You don't know what happens, but it's you can tell.
I will pick it up and look at the weaver. After this is done, I get to keep this, and it will stay gold.
If you can succeed on this quest without recording it, I'll give you much more.
Bracelet on the forearm.
That being said, time is of the essence. So, take a few minutes upon yourself, and I'll answer 3 questions if I can answer them. Once those 3 questions are answered, I will send you on to my companion, and we'll go from there. As she just kind of leans up and she kind of just sits back a little bit, allowing you to have some privacy to talk amongst yourselves to figure out what 3 questions that you would ask her.
I don't know what should we ask her. There's so much we could ask.
It's like she doesn't know much. Who is she sending us to meet? Don't know if that's. We're about to find that out right away. So, don't know if that's a thing to ask. Oh,
I figured there really weren't any gods, so it's kind of weird.
she
if
called
she
us
shows up.
warriors. Warriors against what? Is that a question we want to ask?
Springing a giant bow. I would like to know who we need to put arrows in.
That would
Might need bigger arrows.
you might.
Not that I
Well,
would ask this, but why the lack of information? You need our help for something. Why hold stuff back?
I don't
you
know.
think she?
Don't
Do you
gods
think she
speak in
really
riddles?
does know and isn't telling?
I kind of get that impression.
And that's a fair question to ask.
No, I don't think it is, because I don't think we'll get that answer.
Is there something more important to ask? We've got 3. We might as well ask them.
She is offering to answer any question, as long as she has the ability to answer it.
What if we asked her where she came from?
That's a good one. I like that one.
I don't know you guys, but if
Yeah, who the fuck are you?
yeah, but obviously something happened. I don't know. Were you guys around when it happened 20 years ago?
No, I've heard enough.
I wasn't concerning myself much with things around here 20 years ago.
I mean, it wasn't just this realm. It was all the realms. That the fire started in the sky?
Might have
Do you have a
seen that.
history lesson for us? I
I
gestured
was
to
a
a
pup.
book.
Well, it's an omen, and she obviously knows something about it.
So is there something you want to ask her about it?
I was curious if she knows who started it or what happened. Because one day we were just looking up and we saw it. We've tried to track it. We've tried to, map it as much as possible and haven't been able to figure it out, which is really hard and very strange because our elders know a lot, so especially about the sky, so it doesn't make sense.
You should ask her.
Who? I'll look at Nova. Who are we?
My tribe?
We got that part, love.
So, yeah. I mean, I
Yeah,
can
again,
ask.
who the fuck are you?
I'm Nova.
Hi, Nova. I'm Azalia.
Hi.
I say that a lot more peppier than I want to right now.
We understand.
No worries.
All right.
Well, I can ask if you want. I don't know if she'll have the answer. I mean, I was trying to allude at that when I asked her before. I'm pretty sure she's the Weaver. And from what my notes say, and what I've seen around this party, but yeah, I could ask if you guys were okay with that. I mean, if you guys had other questions that you were going to ask her, that's fine. I don't have to
Seems
ask
like
her.
it might be an important one. If she's saying all this started then, and you noticed the sky on fire, I can't say that's something I ever paid close attention to, but we didn't concern ourselves much with that sort of thing. If your folk did, it's a valid question. Where she came from, and what she's not telling us about this war that she wants. How's that? That's your question and mine together, lad.
Sounds cool.
We agreed then.
Works for me.
So is that 2
Okay.
or
That's
3
3.
questions? Oh, okay.
Why don't you start with yours? I'm very curious about that now myself.
Okay. And I look at her and go, do you know what started the fires in the sky? Or who started them?
We're gonna go with what first because you said what first.
Oh, sorry.
A
Is that
power.
technically 2 questions? If it's 2 questions, I just want to know what.
I'll allow you to erase the second part because she would consider the second part as the second question.
Okay.
A creature that has played games with the powers of gods and has stolen one of the first god's powers. She made a sacrifice to protect her friends, and therefore the fires themselves have kept the lands themselves protected. But it is only a covering of the wound. It will only stop the swelling, it will only stop the bleeding. It will only pause it, it will not stop it.
Someone else better taking notes on like a half of that. She just scribbles
Manon.
in her notebook and then steps away.
I think you had the next question.
I look at her, this lady with 8 arms, and I'm just like, where did you come from?
She leans back and she stretches up. Her arms merely pull all back. As she immediately takes like about 4 of them, and she takes her fingers and like cracks them up so they form a circle with her golden nails. As immediately she starts stretching them around to start creating an image, almost like a lifelike video. How did you exactly phrase your question? Because I gotta say it exactly the correct way back.
I said, where did you come from?
Okay, cool. All right, so I just had to make sure. she shows an image of a realm not too different from yours. I've come from a land that none of you have seen before. A land that existed much before your forebears and them before. I came from a land ancient and is far past destroyed. My home is gone and it can never be brought back. But if it was given a name, I have long forgot it. And there are no books to remind me of it. As you see images of a land not too different from the Feywilds. You see desert, you see pastures, you see a world that is all these realms kind of put together. I lived in a time of war, and I was one of the few that survived it. In fact, I am the only god that survived it. As she breaks her arms back up and kills the image.
You said you weren't a god.
I'm not. Not anymore. One last question.
You say you want us to be warriors. What are you not telling us about what you want us to go to war against?
To be honest, if it can be helped, no war, nay, no blood should be shed. But I am not naive. I've seen this before. I've seen this once, and the pages are the same as the story that I lived once upon a time. You'll be fighting against this world's destroyer. The same one that created these realms has been sought to destroy them. I claim that they must be stopped in whatever form they are now. But it is not as simple as that. Their grandchild seems to be aligned in the same path. If a name must be put, you would know one is Bahamut. And if the name is lost to you, as their name has been lost to time, the other is Malik. They are the cause, they are the infection, and with their destruction, we could possibly be healed.
I'm guessing possibly Bahamut, but I don't know about Malik. Knowing the background that I have, the limited exposure perhaps that I have to land folk culture, would I have heard either of those names?
Most people at this point would know of Bahamut, especially at the beginning of the Third Age. As he would have made himself known with his heralds at the time. Many don't know that he has actually disappeared or passed, and therefore most of you wouldn't know. As far as Malik, none of you would know the name. Not as characters, at least.
So is this Malik a god? Or
I didn't hear the end. I heard, is this Malik?
so is
A god.
this Malik a god?
He was once an imperfect god. He is the closest thing you can find to a highborn that is ancient to these days. But a god he is not. But do not let that encourage you any further. His powers are strong, and they grow by every moon.
So how did what happened 20 years ago
She looks at you.
give him power?
I answered 3 questions, an additional question after that. Perhaps we
trying to
make
help.
it. Perhaps we agree on something. You at least appeal to this idea. Test out the waters, as they say. Are in favor with my companion, and I will answer 3 more. And as we continue on, and I start to feel that there is possibility, not probability, and trust is formed, much like the threads that go through my hands, then perhaps a deal no longer has to be made, but information can be just opened to you. I apologize, but I once had sight that gave me protection. I once had sight that allowed me to see what has not yet happened. And I once had sight that allowed me to protect 3 warriors from an impending doom. I have lost that sight, so now I must be cautious for my own safe being. I believe that you are the correct choice. But I am over 1,000,000 years old. And I must take more than just my intuitions into account.
That's all well and good. You mentioned a deal. I'm still not entirely sure what that is.
Meet with my
You
companion,
just mean...
help her out.
Or-
She will transfer information to me. And every little bit, we will re-meet. I will keep giving more information as you ask of it. And then once it feels more safe for my information to be revealed, then deals no longer be had, but a solid partnership without lines. I know you, I know your names. I know your past. But a past does not dictate someone's future. So, I ask to at least put a few days into it. Learn some more information that I cannot provide. And then we'll go from there.
So is your companion downstairs? Or do we have to go somewhere?
Are you ready to see her?
Seems like the party's over for us. One way or another.
She immediately lifts up 2 arms, gets her fingers and her nails just immediately they start illuminating like the rings that she offered to you. She immediately snaps her fingers as immediately you just fall into the ground and you start falling into the sky. As sound goes away, sight is nothing but clouds as you start to fall through what seems like an endless wave of darkness and stars, almost like you're falling like the heaviest object that can be pushed through gravity itself. Until you eventually slow down and you just land in darkness. Floor starts to come through, but the first thing happens is music. Where is it? Oh fuck! Where'd it go? Ah! Oh, where'd it go? There we go. As you immediately start hearing an unusual tone of music coming through, immediately lights start blaring on you of blues, purples, and reds. As you find yourself into a very extravagant lounge with dancing and music and drinks galore.
Perhaps the party's not over.
This is definitely not where you were before. This is somewhere else. You see many half-elves as far as waitstaff going around wearing very revealing clothing of black leather vests and black pants, walking around with high heels. And then you see many patrons that are very rich and lavish, but there's definitely looks of a very similar to the event that you were at, but less of people got summoned here. This is you spent a lot of money to be here. You eventually see a name written in neon lights on the wall. Who can understand Elvish here?
Me.
Okay, 1, 2. Okay. You see the name of the business is called Destiny's Edge. Immediately, a female half-elf comes up to you. Unless you resist, puts a champagne glass in each one of your hands. Compliments of the house, and then starts moving on.
Where did we go to?
Not what I expected. Suppose it was all a grand prank? Just another part of the party.
Looks at one of the scantily clad wait stuff. A little scenery is nice. Takes a drink.
Not bad
She
at
just gives you a wink, and then she keeps moving on.
Are we in the same place?
Not as far as you can
all.
tell.
No, it's very different.
Is this how most adventures start? Do we have to go talk to someone?
That's what we were told, but I'm not seeing anybody coming to talk to us other than to give us more drinks.
At this point, you hear a very loud female talk out as you immediately see peachish-colored skin, teal long horns, lavender curled hair, really like permed up, and gold and crimson accessories. Immediately walk up. My friends, welcome to Destiny's Edge. I've been told of your arrival. Come, relax. Come sit. You are my VIPs for a night. Come, don't be shy. Please. Another drink for our friends.
I am
VIP.
going to have a seat in the most comfortable
I'll
seat.
make my way
And-
over as
Get
well.
out of that. And I will take another drink.
I'll follow them, but I look very uncomfortable.
Same. Nova puts her drink down on whatever table nearby that they handed and just kind of like uncomfortably like stands near people, and that's it.
Sure. You all look so tense, so stressed. Can I offer you some other kind of refreshment, some other kind of beverage? Possibly some kind of acquaintance of some sort. Male, female, your choice. It's on the house. Whatever I can to relax you. You seem so stressed.
I mean, that sounds lovely, but we were led to believe that you had something to tell us.
Oh, yes, but I believe pleasure before business. Please. Acquaintances must be had. I
No
myself
one to argue with that.
is the runner of this establishment. I'm Liliana Destiny. I run all of the establishments of Destiny's Edge, all across the realms. But you can just call me Liliana. I know all of you, of course. I have been introduced to your names from my grand companion.
Well, you seem a bit less mysterious than she does.
Oh, mysterious. That is definitely not my forte. If I am anything, I am open. Well, a little mystery can be a little bit enticing once in a while. But not in this case.
So, where exactly is here?
Like I said, Destiny's Edge. You're within one of my 100 establishments.
Well, that narrows it down.
In which realm?
Well, we're in the Everett realm, of course.
You know, I've only read about these realm or this kind of place. I never actually have been in one, and I didn't really think the first time I was here was going to be with my brother.
A virgin. Fantastic. All right. She immediately.
I don't make eye contact with Alistair one bit.
I did not know.
Like
Is this
leaning
all of?
against
Is
the
this
pillar.
all of your first time at a Destiny's Edge?
I've certainly never been in a place like this. I can safely say that.
Well, I was not aware of that. We need a certain kind. Yeah. Immediately, they start coming by, and the lady comes by each one of you, and then takes like what looks like a little quill and tries to put a V on each one of your hands.
I'm not interested.
Snap my hand away, and I'm like, no.
I have the handout. What's the V do?
Do not worry about it. It's all for the show.
I walk up and grab Azalea's hand, and I'm like, I rub the V off.
Doesn't come off.
Ew.
Look, Miss Destiny, if it was,
It is.
We're led to believe that this is a thing of time and importance. So this frivolity is unnecessary. If you could just inform us what we're supposed to be doing, that would be appreciated.
I believe that.
On that one.
I believe that you are informed, but even though you're brought here, I must square up your character. I must understand who I am working with. I do trust the mother herself, but I must shape you up of sorts.
I thought she told you everything.
She told me everything, and
Then
she knows of
if you trust
who
her, you would trust her. You would trust her opinion, right? So
I trust
then
her
you
opinion.
Need to size us up.
Speaking of that, she told us nothing about you.
Well, like I said, I am Liliana. I am the creator and the owner of these establishments as of the past 19 years. My life is secretive the most, but known to a few. I live between each one of them, as this is my home, and I rarely leave them, as I am so busy procuring my 100 establishments that it is a very busy life. With the occasional fun exploit on the side, she winks off to some of her staff. I'm a very busy lady. But even with my staff, no matter how much I trust them, I must make a measure of character. It's not a matter of trust, it's just understanding, who are you? Who really are you? Who got a V on their hands? One.
Azalia did.
Okay, you got anybody else? Just the three of you? Okay. As immediately the lights start changing on the dance floor. Perfect timing. It couldn't have been more grand. as immediately there's someone that comes up on the stage, very flamboyant male with kind of like a shorter mohawk up. Welcome everyone to another illustrious night at the Destiny's Edge. How are we doing all tonight? Immediately everybody's clapping, all applauding, every drinks. Per usual, this is always the time that we have to bring up our new patrons. Always have to understand where you come from. What brought you here? Take a look at your hands. Any of you that have a V on there, please come on up. Come up to the stage.
I go up there.
Where the tides pull us.
Azalia, do you go up?
She kind of skips up there.
Okay.
She's kind of.
I'm gonna stick pretty close to Azalia just in case things get a bit weird and kind of give her. She looks a bit nervous, so.
Okay.
I'm watching her like a
Yeah, I'll kind of do the same.
As you find yourself up there with a few other people that are up there, a couple of them are scared. One of them seems like they already know about this. Maybe they're pressured by like a friend to be like, let's bring them along. They kind of already were told in advance of the whole ritual that goes into this. As the gentleman walks up, so immediately goes by and starts asking the few people's first names and where they come from. Immediately comes up to Bjorn. And what about you, sir? Who are you? Where'd you come from?
My name is Bjorn, and I came from the sea.
The sea. Ah, it is quite grand, and I'm sure you're much grander within it. Immediately goes up to Roneen. And you. Lovely. What is your name and where do you come from?
Well, thank you, darling. I'm Roneen, at least to you land folk, and I'm also from the sea, perhaps a different part of it.
2 sea dwellers. Oh, and then immediately everybody just kind of just goes with the laughter. And last one goes to Azalia. Ah, one with wings and horns. Fascinating and lovely. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Azalia. She's gonna sound a lot more peppier and give a lot more information.
Okay, fair enough. Well, this sounds like a very eventful bunch. This is quite unique. Well, for any of you who do not know, for any of those that are the first timers here, we must understand who you are and kind of let you welcome into our tradition with song and dance. So, I hope you have prepared yourself and gotten ready, as this is a contest and a measure of your skill. As immediately music starts playing. Hang on, let me switch to the different kind of music. Hang on 1 second.
I actually sip my champagne to watch this go down.
All right. So as music starts to play, I'm going to need the 3 of you to first give me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics? Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Don't worry. I got a list of things for this.
Oh, that's not gonna go well.
13.
13.
13.
I got a 6.
Oh no.
So 6 for Azalia. Roneen, you said you got 13?
Yep.
Okay. And Bjorn, what'd you get?
14.
Okay. As immediately like music starts to go through, Azalia, maybe your wings are just, you're not balanced with them enough and you just don't get your proper footing, but you try to keep up. Now I need a performance check from the 3 of you.
That one.
Oh no!
Not one for a 4.
Oh no!
Whoa.
18.
Bjorn, you are moving to the beat as if you've done this before. Roneen, you start out strong, but yet, like, with Azalia and her wings, it keeps, like, the feathers keep smacking into you, and you just lose your track of the music. As right at that moment, Azalia, like, the wings immediately, like, you're trying to move, but you can't control the wings with them, as you immediately, like, get curled up in your own wings, and you just, like, trip and you fall over before you can step back up. I need
still having a blast.
from Roneen and Azalia, I need a dexterity check to see if you can recover.
Oh,
If,
okay,
uh,
sorry. Dex
if-
check.
14.
If Azalia fails, can I make a check to try and catch her too? Stop my grooving. My river dancing.
Well,
I
let's see what
imagine Bjorn is river dancing hard. That's his, that's
Let's
his
see where
go.
let's see where Roneen's at.
You said that's a dex check?
Yeah.
That's an 8.
Okay. Then I'll allow Bjorn to give me a dexterity saving throw.
An 11.
Okay. You were able to catch her to save her, but it is not as glamorous as you thought of in your head. It is very much the slow save. I need another performance check from the three of you.
Okay,
16.
That's better. 21.
Nice.
9.
Oh. With the
I'm all river
recovery,
danced out.
with the recovery, Bjorn, you have lost step. You were such in the groove, but having to do the save, it broke you out of your river dance mode. Between Azalia and Roneen, you started figuring out your movements. Azalia, you started figuring out how to actually move the wings and started giving yourself some more space. A couple of people bowed out as they start having too much pressure on them. I
I
need.
give Alistair 2 thumbs up, like, hey, I'm doing it, yay.
The crowd
done.
is clapping and moving with it. I need another acrobatics check from the three of you, please.
Alright. Buck's not gonna die, don't feel me.
I hate my dice. It's a 6.
No.
Another natural 1 for a 2.
Oh, no.
Still got your sea legs.
14.
Okay. As the music starts to slow down, the clapping starts to slow down. As like, it was alright. It wasn't super great, but it was alright. As the gentleman comes back. Well, what do we think of that? Yeah. Start clapping some more. All right. You know, it's the first time. You know, maybe the next time maybe we can get a little more pep in their step of sorts. Well, everyone have a round of applause. Immediately goes over, starts to each contestant, starts giving them some kind of trinket. Bjorn, you are gonna get what looks like a sapphire medal. It looks like it's enchanted in some way, somehow, but you don't know what it does yet. And then Roneen and Azalia, you get 2 what looks like copper medals. Again, you don't know what they do. And once again, give them a grand applause as everybody. And then immediately the music is going off as you guys exit off the stage to go back into your group.
I picked myself up, kind of straighten my dress from where I fell awkwardly, pick myself up, kind of look at somebody, look, catch the eye of somebody who's laughing and just sort of blow them a kiss before I go sit down.
I'm waving as I walk. Guys, did you see us up there?
See, we survived.
Definitely.
I'm strutting, just looking at my pretty new medal.
Oh, yours is pretty. I like that
It
color.
is, isn't it?
Well, we were able to get a good measure of character. It's not the skill that matters, but as you can see, some of you saw that the few of you that were not on stage saw that her eyes kind of turned into an ethereal kind of deepness while I was doing it, almost like she can actually understand people, perhaps by a performance of itself. I am not too strange at this idea. Well, as immediately she just kind of does like a mage hand to close the curtains behind all of you. Privacy is necessary for this. Business, as much of you are hastily trying to go to it, as she takes a sip of her champagne. So, you've been brought to me so I can employ you to help cleanse the realms of this damage. I'm not as you can tell, a hasteful person, so we're not going to go straight from A to Z. We must work our way there. I can see that many of you could be warriors, but many of you are not warriors quite yet. And I'm sure, as you were told, we do not want to immediately take the bull by the horns right off the bat. That is Malik. So, our humble matron has granted me a task that I will give to you now. As I have mentioned, we're in the realm of Averant, and more specifically, we are in the shadows of Heartwind. Not shadows, shallows of Heartwind. Before we tackle on the main quest, we must strengthen our bonds. You have yet to fight together, and many of you probably have yet to actually fight. So, there is a current problem that has been creating within these shallows as in the past 5 years due to the calamity that has had its effects. Due to the tectonic shifts and to the many problems with the storms, many creatures from the depths have been showing themselves, and one within the shallows itself has been creating problems. I could send out my own soldiers to take care of this, but what good would that be if I could not take the advantage of humble folk like you? So, this is not too much of a task. It is merely finding the creature, dealing with it, and come back, and if in post-haste, I will grant you with even some extra coin. A couple things.
Roneen suddenly looks very serious. What sort of creature?
A serpent. Not common in this realm much, as it normally stayed in the depths. We know very little about it other than it does secrete some poison off of its scales, and it seems to react to heat. A couple things about my establishment. I will offer room and board as long as you continue to work, and I'll even offer rewards. You retrieve scales of the creature, I will respond by giving you equal items in kind. Undamaged scales, I might add. As she points over to a spot nearby where it looks like it's where people can exchange like their gifts that they get for winning certain things, much like the medals that you guys got for something else. In this case, it looks like there's something that someone can give you for the scales.
Does this description sound at all familiar to me? Would I know anything about this thing?
You can give me a history check.
Okay.
Can I do the same since,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Us water folk.
15?
15. I got
4.
creature. Okay. Hang on a second. I got pulled the name. Oh, excuse me. So, Bjorn, as far as your travels, you have not encountered this, but you also haven't been in the depths. This is something that you've been told has been in the depths of the water. Okay, I had this written, and I gotta try to remember how to rename this for you, Roneen. This is a creature called a... I gotta get my Celtic up on this one. A Jormungand. Jormungand. It is a serpent that can live in the water and can still breathe fire within the water. The size of it usually doesn't exceed 30 feet. And they are not super powerful creatures as they are not alphas in the water, but they usually decide to be solo. They don't work in packs. And they usually hunt their prey for days upon time, slowly poisoning them until they're too weak to fight back.
All right. I'm going to, for the moment, not mention that this sounds familiar to me and just continue to listen to what Ms. Destiny has to tell us.
So,
but I will make mental note to tell the others once we're...
Sounds good.
Oh.
If you choose to accept this quest that I'm offering to you, not only will you make a little bit on the side, possibly even make something larger if you're able to retrieve the scales. But you'll win a little bit of favor with the mother, as she was inquiring in this case. So, feel free to enjoy rest of the night. Drinks are on the house. Have a good night's rest. And if you decide to continue on with this quest, you might find yourself in reason to find my head of my security. If you go find Armand, he is in charge of all, let's say, problematic creatures that have been having their ways around here.
Cool. So are the rooms like separate or?
She looks at all of you. She just puts on 4 keys in front of you. Hopefully that will do. As she just stands up, she just straightens up her jacket. She looks at all of you. Hopefully I will see you tomorrow. But if not, it was a pleasure to meet each and every one of you. Some of you more than others. And she just bows. But business awaits. And so do my clients. As she starts walking out. And I do love my clients as she starts walking back out there and starts charming all the customers.
Well, nothing about this night has been what I expected. How about anyone else?
That was quite the sales speech.
It was a lot more fun than I thought it would be.
I love the
You're
polar
right over there.
opposite between Alistair and Azalia.
I was just about to be like, it's a lot less fun than I would like.
Right. So, FYI, as far as DM the players, I'm trying to fuck with this campaign different than I've done with the other ones. So, expect some fucking different shit.
I'm loving
I'm like,
it.
Dahlia would have ate this shit up in 1.5, but now I have to pretend I'm not immune.
Well, okay, once she's out, I just kind of, I'm like running my finger around the rim of the glass. So, that sounds like a Jormungand.
Oh god,
This
you
is
said
what I
it
know
way
about
better than me. Fuck.
Well, it helps that it's not Celtic, it's Norse.
Oh, Norse. Yeah, that's right.
Norse.
Norse. Yeah, that's right. It's Norse. Yeah.
Instead of Jormungandr, it's Jormungand.
Well, I mean, usually when you've got an R on the end like that with nothing else, pretty much if you're an English speaker, you just don't bother with it. So this is what I know about it, and I kind of relay, that it's they're usually solitary hunters. They get to be, I don't know, 30 feet. They're to be avoided. Things that can breathe fire underwater, not something you want. And they do poison. There's poison that comes off, like she said, it comes off of the scales. But I don't know. I think they're not that great a trouble. You just got to have a plan.
How do we fight it if it's underwater?
Oh well, hadn't thought about that. I mean, I do that all the time. Poor
We
thing.
bet it.
I wonder if we can just lead it back to the deeps. It's not where it belongs.
Does it come on land at all?
My impression of that would be no. Correct, Jim?
No.
Correct,
No.
GM?
Nope. It does not. It does not ever. It really even surfaces the shores, but due to tectonic shifts, it forces itself to go on the shores,
Yeah.
but doesn't have appendages to be on land.
No, it can't go on land. Surprised it's in the shallows, to be honest with you. Wondering if we can find a way to just lead it back out to sea where it belongs.
How are we gonna fight it exactly if it's in the water?
It's not an issue for me, so I'm not sure what to say to the rest of you.
We need to find a ship. On my old ship, we used to hunt sharks. Bait. Big bait. Drag behind the ship. Wait till it surfaces, and then either he'll look at Manon, lead it out, or
I mean, if we can lead it to the surface, I'll look at Alistair. We can at least attack it from the air.
There's that. Well, it sounds like then our first order of business would be finding a ship that would be interested in hunting such a thing.
he's gonna stand up. My first order of business, since she said to enjoy the night, is to get another drink, and he's gonna look at the ruby necklace. Does it look like I can exchange the necklace for something, or is it just the
You mean
scales
the-
where
you
she
mean the-
pointed out? The metal, sorry.
The sapphire metal. You
Sapphire.
you assume that it has two different properties. It could either be enchanted for you some way, somehow, but you don't know the properties unless you have someone who can check that enchantment. Otherwise, it looks like it's something that can be traded in for something else, but you don't know what it can be traded in for.
I'm gonna go over there and find out what I can trade it in for.
Okay. As you find over at this booth, you find a very short, what looks like a half elf, but she seems just a little bit over 5 foot. Got her hair in her really tight bun up top. She has herself like a little bit of stand that she's stepping on. Ah, I saw you up on there on the stage. Not perfect, but very, very good.
Thank you. Not my best moment. In reference to that, he'll take off the metal. Trade?
Ah, you'd rather trade it in the sapphire metal than use it for your own purposes.
Believe so.
Okay.
I was wondering if I have found out I'm going hunting, and hopefully a trade could be made that will help with that.
She immediately pulls down like this hidden compartment that she drinks that she puts down. It's like 3 choices. Well, there's 3 different items I could give comparable to you, added to a possibility if you would just like to exchange it for gold pieces. For the gold piece that can sell, for this piece I could give you 100 gold pieces. But if you would like to trade it in for a specific item, she immediately points at what looks like a necklace, but instead of it being a chain, it looks like it's a solid like oval pendant that stays stationary in your neck. And it looks like it has some kind of blue gem that kind of has like a light that goes throughout the whole thing. There's another one that looks like it's a small dagger that specifically has... All of them have some kind of blue part to them. The dagger itself has a blue gem at the end of the handle. And then the third item specifically looks like a ring that has a blue stone inside of it.
I'll take the 100 gold.
Okay. Fantastic. As she just looks
Player
up and
wants the item, but
she just
character would take
drops a
the
bag of 100 gold. She takes the metal from you. You now have 100 gold.
pleasure. I will grab 2 drinks on my way back, and if everybody's still in that common area, if they haven't moved, I'm going to sit as close as I can to Alistair and offer him a drink. You might as well relax. We're going to be here for at least the night.
I'm good, thanks.
You... I'll give it to your sister then.
God, please don't.
Do you want it now?
I take it and then I just like throw it over my shoulder.
Oh, jeez.
Thanks. We need to find her guy that deals with monsters. We need information probably where this stupid thing's at.
I look at Bjorn.
Armand.
Like, did they have weapons over there?
They did have a dagger. Not really my style, but it's. I don't know if you could purchase. You have to. I exchanged my necklace, which I could have done for the weapons, but you could go try.
Figure for fighting something in water, I probably need something ranged. And I'll stand up. I leave my like half drank champagne on the table, and I'll walk over to the stand too.
Hello, lovely. How can I help you?
Looking for ranged weapons.
Oh, I am sorry. This is not a convenience shop. You must trade in something for to procure some items.
I have some gold.
Yes, we do not do exchanging of gold for items. You must bring in something that has been offered by fuck. I'm forgetting all my shit. Approved by Liliana Destiny.
I mean, this is for a job for Liliana.
I am sorry, but this is how the business works.
Can I do an IOU?
No.
Great.
Now, if you have a job with our humble Liliana, perhaps there's something that you could bring back from the job that could get you an item or response. Or maybe you could go up to do the dance in the next session and win something.
No.
Okay. Well,
That
I mean,
sounds like a great idea.
at this establishment for this specific Destiny's Edge, there's really only two ways. Well, two ways. I'd assume you would do it. Either dance or retrieve something for a job. There are other Destiny's Edges out there that do other odds and ends, but here, those are the two ways.
Okay. Give me a weapon to help take down this sea serpent thing.
I'm
I'll
sorry,
bring
I
back
can't
scale.
do that. I need the item first.
Does Azalia hear this conversation at all?
I mean, it's pretty far from the booth, so it depends on where Azalia is.
She probably doesn't then, because she's watching the dances.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, music is pretty
looking
loud.
at
I mean, you're basically in
everything.
a nightclub, so if you're not nearby, you're not going to hear the other person.
Okay.
Okay. I'll be back, I guess. And
Okay.
I'll walk back to the group.
All right, go back to the group.
I just stand there and I'm just looking down at them all. I cross my arms and I'm just like. So we have to fight a creature in water. I don't do water. I don't have a ranged weapon. I also don't have money to get a ranged weapon.
Such a polar opposite of that.
I kind of hate it a little bit right now. I'm
Yeah,
not
you're
used
not-
to it.
Oh, so what you're saying is you're kind of useless.
Do you want to be doing this?
I can be helpful.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I look at
That's
him
mean.
and I roll my eyes. At Alistair, and I roll my eyes. I look back to the others. Does anyone have like a crossbow or a bow or something?
Not I.
Bjorn will hold up the bag of 100 gold that he just got, toss it a couple of times, and then toss it to her. Bring me back some change, if you can. And I believe in you.
I hold it and I toss it back to him, and I'm just like, she wouldn't take gold. She said it had to be a dance, which is no. Or I have to bring back something first from the creature.
Isn't that hard, love?
The
No.
dancing is fun. You could try it. You get stuff from it.
It's kind of
If one
funny
of you
because
wants to
Amanda's just
volunteer.
like hiding behind her screen while she's saying, I'm having such a good time.
He's having fun.
Wait, you're
Why
saying-
do you
you're
sound so sad?
You're saying they'll give you something for what? The token from doing the dance?
I guess so.
Oh,
If
well,
one of
that-
you wants to go, I'd rather owe you a favor.
I'm gonna grab her arm. Come on, I'll go with you.
I do not even move.
I will say before you guys do anything, you do see that like the next time for the actual like big huge dances is not for another couple hours. It doesn't just happen consistently.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at Roneen and say, They said something about us being in the shallows of Heartwind. Do you know anything about that?
Not a lot. I mean, Heartwind is the place that I've mostly been around on the shore. But...
Okay, so is it like a big city, or what is it?
Oh, Heartwind. It's a whole continent.
Oh. All right, so are we probably in a city then, or something? I'm assuming this place would be.
I'm guessing we're in a city.
And I'm guessing, do they have shops in cities?
I should think so.
Okay, well then, Manon, if you have money, we could probably stop at a shop, make you somewhat useful. No, thank you. I don't.
It's hardly fair, Mister. We should all go home now to be talking about someone else being useful. I'm gonna look around. Do I see like a front entrance?
Yes, you do see a front entrance. It is not too far from the lady, the half elf. It does look like that's where people are coming and going. Yep.
So I'm gonna go over there and take a look out on the street and see what I see.
Okay. Give me an investigation check once you exit out of the establishment.
Okie doke.
I'll probably follow her out, but before I do, I just look at Alistair and I'm just like, fuck, I lost my train of thought. I don't remember what I was gonna do.
That's what you're gonna say. Fuck, I lost my train of thought.
I'm rolling.
What's it gonna be?
very
Sad
mediocre tonight.
silence or smarty comment?
Is it 12?
12. All right. So you find yourself in a small but very arcane town itself. Not too much bigger than just a village. It looks like it's one long street of arcane lights on the street. And many what looks like old temples that have been refurbished for many other purposes, and a bunch of businesses. As you see one sign that says Vjorn, V-R-O-R-E.
Does that mean anything to me? Does it look like it would sell what Manon needs?
You probably don't know where Vjorn is, but you do see a business down the way that does have what looks like a sword cross on it for a sign.
Okay.
I'll just flip Alistair off, but then I follow her out.
Fair enough.
I nod down to the one. I don't know what Vjorn is, but I nod to the one that's got the crossed swords on the sign. That looks like it might have what you need. Don't know if it'd be open at this hour. It's night, right?
Yes.
Don't know if it'd be open at this hour, but perhaps in the morning.
I'll go scope it out. Just come back if I don't see anything.
I'll go with you.
Okay. There is
No sense wandering about a strange town on your own.
The candles are lit in front of the shop's door, which would usually mean the shop is still open. If you do go up to it, there is no windows directly in front, so you cannot really see what's inside until you walk in. Do you choose to walk in?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Open up the door. The door itself is not super refurbished. This place looks like it's probably a low end of many businesses. Go in, the bell rings as soon as you go in. I'll be there in 1 second. Give me a second. As you do see mostly shields and swords. Short swords more than long swords. You do see that there is a couple crossbows themselves, but there are no actual like short bows or long bows. There is like a couple enchanted items. Each thing has a price tag on it that you can tell that's just like a little bit of fabric with like some ink written on them. The average places for anything in non-enchanted is about 100 gold.
Okay. Probably should have asked you. I'm gonna message you a question. Probably should have asked you about this beforehand.
Are you messaging me?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? That's actually a good time for us to actually take a break. So we're gonna actually take
Fair enough.
like a 9-minute break. I need exactly 9 minutes because that's how long Ryan's conspiracy video is. So 9 minutes, conspiracy video, go.
Welcome to Ryan's Conspiracy Corner. You're probably wondering why I'm here. Well, it's because I'm the resident lore goblin of this campaign and the previous campaign, and sometimes in between. So, we have today a real lore drop for you. Not really a lore drop, but I have a conspiracy board as to who the fuck the Eternal Guardian is, and some other contenders in our game as well. So, you know, maybe next week I'll have a better format for this, but let's go over today who is on our conspiracy board and why. So, I think we should start with the obvious, which means I need to move over here. Okay. We're gonna have to workshop this. Alright. So, gang, this is Weavemind. Weavemind chick? Mind Weaver? Madam Web? We don't know. And this is being recorded before the session today starts, so I have no freaking clue if this is gonna be relevant at this point, but we're gonna roll with it and pretend that it is, alright? So, why is she mad about Kokobial's death? Is she beefing with our BBs? And by our BBs, I mean, like, our previous campaign characters, you know? Like, is she beefing with them? She clearly seems upset about whatever happened 20 years ago, okay? Keep that in mind. Now let's go down here to our Eternal Guardian. As you can see, there's a lot of connections here because we have questions about her. Alrighty, Eternal Guardian. Definitely not her real name. Her parents, who names their kid Eternal Guardian, so definitely not her real name. She's got these two chicks working for her, right? The Mage and the Rogue. You saw them in Rise of the Eternal Guardian, and obviously you see them now in Wings of the Eternal Guardian. Alright, who the fuck are they and why are you stealing shit? Alright, that's been relevant in both the one-shot and this campaign. And, they're working with her. Okay, they're connected, alright? So, what is, the Mindweaver, what does this lady have in her house that you guys want so bad, and why? Why? Alright, now if you guys are following, obviously we have the Rise of the Eternal Guardians, the one-shot will finish up tomorrow, but right now we have questions, I tell you, there's a lore drop going crazy in there. What is this? What is this thing? This thing was introduced last Wednesday in the session. It's like this orb and there's voices inside. There's up to 10 voices inside. So what is it and who is in there? I think, as the resident conspiracy theorist, it is the Blades. The Blades of Bahamut, the Blades that were in Ultima, the Blades that Dira used to kill Kokobial. I think that they have been somehow captured and put in there. Alright? So why would you trap them in there? We can see that the Eternal Guardian is 99.9% the person behind this. Why would she trap them in there? Okay? We're going to come down to my conspiracy theory as to who the Eternal Guardian is. Actually, before we do that, though, because that's the big takeaway, I can explain... Oh, I dropped something. I dropped something else. We gotta come back over to this side. Alright? Because I feel like this is some lore that's kind of important for this campaign. Alright, this is Malik up here. You remember this dude? He was kind of talked about the last couple of campaigns. He's like... Malik, you know? Yeah, big bad boy. Big bad boy. Malik created 3 different races, or groups, I guess, if you will. Alright, we got the Devils, we've got the Immortals, we've got the Angels. Alright, the Immortals created humans and shit. I don't know much else beyond that. Joe thought it was funny. He didn't say it was wrong. So, we've got the Devils, alright? The Devils are like the Tieflings and the Devils, alright? We know where their lineage goes, alright? It goes down to Deimos, and then which goes to my queen, my bee, my Dahlia, which now goes to Manon. So that's where we know where the devil lineage ended up. And now they're not the only devils, though. There are other devils. There are realms, the realms of hell, that devils also rule. So they're not the only devils, but they're the ones that we know we're going to showcase it here, alright? So let's go to the angels. We never really got into the angels, but the devils, you know, ruled the Shadowfell and the hells and stuff. And then we've got the angels, which are running the Feywild, at least as far as I know. I'm sure they do other shit, too. They're probably assholes. Anyway, so we've got Armeos, right? Armeos and Deimos were kind of like hand-in-hand, like beefing kind of brothers in a way. We saw the angels at Silic and Nyx's wedding in 1.5, alright? We also were introduced to Eloise and Askin. Alright, so they, you know, I have on here, Joe pointed out to me last night that they are not mother-son, they're actually twins. Siblings, so ignore that part, but they are related. So we've got Eloise, and then we've got Askin. They are the heirs on the angel side to, I believe, the Feywild. Alright, so, you know, we've got obviously our devil lineage kind of pinned down somewhat over here. Humans and shit, fuck the humans. I mean, don't, but, you know, they're not relevant as of right now. And then we've got 3 Aasimars in this campaign here, okay? Kind of. We've got Azalia and Alistair. They've got wings and stuff. Their mom was an Aasimar. Is this still recording? My computer just turned off. It is! Cool! So their mom was an Aasimar. So whether they are technically relevant because they're God created, I don't know. But, you know, we're drawing strings anyway. And we've got Bjorn down here. Bjorn is also an Aasimar. So, Asmar or Partial, we're just putting them on the list down here. Doesn't mean they're necessarily related to Eloise and Askin, but that would be pretty juicy if they were, alright? Now, why is this relevant? Why is Malik and the 3 races and all the devil lineages and stuff relevant? I'm so glad you didn't ask. Because the angels and devils are having a war. They are having a war, alright? That was set up in the first episode of this campaign, and how is that relevant to the Eternal Guardian? Let's talk about it. I don't actually know. This is where the conspiracy theories come into play, okay? What we do know about the Eternal Guardian are a few things. She is a paladin warlock. She doesn't quite remember her memories. I'm assuming that this journal that we found in the one-shot is, in fact, the Eternal Guardian's journal, because if it's not, this can be really awkward for my conspiracy. But she doesn't quite remember who she is. All she remembers is a sword and water. But she is a paladin warlock. Why do you ask me why that's relevant to the Angel and Devil War? Because the Devils and Angels are warlocks to their lineage. Alright? They're one of the big boss warlock contenders out here. So, hear me out on this conspiracy theory. Let's go all the way back over here to the really juicy shit. Okay? We know her. The icon, the saint, the queen, the true MVP of campaign 1.5, and of the one of the MVPs of the final battle. Rest in peace, all of you. My girl Dira. All right, Dira looks similar to the Eternal Guardian. Eternal Guardian wrote in her journal that she remembers a sword and water. How did Dira die? In a flooding dome with the Sword of Ultima that she used. And this Sword of Ultima was actually found in the Eternal Guardian's possession. It is still functional, but all of the power within it has been drained. I wonder where to. Who could have possibly done that? Alright? And also, Dira was a paladin. Alright? The Eternal Guardian is a paladin warlock. I think Dira has a part to play in her. Whether, they, took over and hijacked Dira's meat suit, or they took some form of Dira as a power for the Eternal Guardian. I think they're related. I think they're related somehow. Now, I don't think that Dira is 100% the Eternal Guardian, because like I said, she's a paladin warlock, right? And who else are warlocks? The devils and the angels, for the most part. Part of the lineage and shit. So, I think that Eloise here in particular has a part to play in the Eternal Guardian. Do I think she's the Eternal Guardian? I don't know. I feel like she's got other shit to do. Like fuck up the Feywild and be a bitch to me probably in the future. So I don't think that I don't know if this is Eloise, but it could be some sort of hybrid between the Angels Dira to make this one person. The real questions that we don't have answered, though, is who the fuck is she, for sure? Why does she give a shit? And what she's up to? What's she cooking? Why is she stealing from the Weave Mind? Why did she put the blades in here? And what her end goal is. Alright? So thank you for coming to my conspiracy board talk. Let me awkwardly put this down. And we'll update you next week with more lore shit.
All right, we're back after watching Ryan's Conspiracy Corner. Unfortunately, Azalia is not feeling good, so she is going to be out for the night. So we wish her the best of health, and hopefully she feels better. Yes, you guys got in the shop. See, the average price is around 100 gold for items. Most of them are not enchanted. There are a couple of enchanted items, one of them being a sword and a bow.
I beeline to the bow.
To the enchanted bow or just a bow?
Enchanted bow. Let's go big.
Okay. You do see, and it's kind of like on the wall. It looks like it easily, like it's not like locked anything into it. You see, it's a bow that's kind of like, it's like parts of this crossbow. It looks like it's almost kind of like made out of marble, as it has like this white kind of silver to some of it. And it's not like full extravagant. Some of it still has wood parts to it and metal parts. And it does not have a name to it, but the description gives off that it fires radiant energy. It does still need to load. It does not have arcane bolts or anything like that, but does it does have radiant properties to it.
So it's a crossbow?
Yeah, it's a hand
Okay.
crossbow.
What is the price tag on it?
That is 300.
I'll give it like a stress test. I'll like practice balancing it. I glance at Roneen. I'm like,
immediately
I guess it'll work.
you see a bigger tiefling coming down. Immediately. Sorry about that. Busy. One woman army around this shop. Hi, can I help you? You looked at one of our prized possessions.
Yeah. I just need a ranged weapon for a job.
Okay. Well, it doesn't get any better than this, and this is the best ranged weapon that I got.
How much do your bolts run for it?
Well, I mean, bolts for this specific one, if you're looking for the ones that are made for this, they're going to be 5 gold apiece. Now, theoretically, you could use standard bolts, but the power of the crossbow could possibly break them.
I'm just looking at all the shinies and I'm kind of listening out the side of my attention, but I'm not really hanging on this. I basically just came along to make sure that make sure the princess doesn't get abducted. I heard the word princess at one point.
Fair enough.
Yeah, sure, I'll take the crossbow.
Oh, fantastic. What about bolts?
Yeah, I just have to... Hold on. Decision making here real quick. Okay. I guess maybe like 10 of them.
10. Fantastic. So it'll be 350 gold, please.
Oh, maybe 10 more.
Okay. So 400 gold, please.
So when she uses those, does she need to come back to you to get more, or is there someplace else that she can get them?
I mean, you can find those bolts anywhere. They're just enhanced bolts that allow just a little bit more durability to handle the crossbow.
That's a good thing to know.
Okay. I'll just follow her to the desk.
Okay.
It's fighting all that's in me not to haggle right now, because I wouldn't, but I really want to.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's one thing that's consistent between my last character and this one. I'm not, except for and it's not that I'm not going to haggle. It's just that I'm more likely to steal.
I did roll to steal, but I rolled on the don't steal side. Okay. She's like, I guess packaging the bolts or whatever. Manon just takes a huge bag of coins out of this very small and appealing bag that definitely doesn't seem like it could fit all that. And she counts out 400 gold and hands it to the lady.
Okay. Pleasure doing business with you. She just slides it back and opens up a drawer as it just drops down. If anything appeals to your eye at all, feel free to ask.
Thanks. I will do a sweep of the room to see if anything else catches my eye. This is kind of all I need, but I'll window shop a little bit for future endeavors.
Give me a perception check.
That was a natural one, never mind.
Actually going to do that too, because I'm kind of assuming there's nothing in here interesting to me, but I might as well take a look. And that's going to be an 11, so
11?
probably not much.
Yeah, nothing really stands out to you. I mean, there's those couple of enchanted weapons. The other one is a sword. But nothing else really grabs your eye. Manon, what you're looking for is the... Hang on, pull it up. You are looking for the Radiant Hand crossbow. So it's just a regular crossbow, does an additional 1d10 radiant damage. If you add one of the enhanced bolts to it, it becomes a +1 magical weapon.
Okay.
But you need to use the bolt to make it a +1 magical weapon.
Okay. And I'll make sure I put 20. Okay. I'm content with that. I just grab my crossbow. That sounded really bad. I didn't finish it. Hand my crossbow, and I will leave quietly.
Okay.
That's a +2 magical item. That's later on.
Yeah. Once we're back outside, I just say, and here Alistair thinks that you're useless. That's quite the little hoard you got there.
Yeah, he doesn't know me really well.
I don't think anybody does, love. What are you running from?
Maybe it's better if you don't know.
Fair enough. Keep your secrets under gold until you spend it. But you got your weapon, so let's head back and have a drink and a dance. You feel a bit better now about our sea serpent friend.
As long as
With any luck, we won't have to shoot at him at all, but look, doesn't seem like it's worth
on
us
some ground,
necessarily.
you'll be fine.
Yeah. We'll see what happens, won't we?
I guess so. Just awkwardly not look at her as we walk back to the place.
And I'm
I
just
kind of-
looking at all the kind of taking in the businesses and the temples and whatever along the street, see if there's anything that I didn't see from when I looked out the door of the club. What does
Manon
this
would be
roar
doing the
place
same.
look like it is?
Fiora?
Bye.
So Fiora itself is a town within a large forest.
Oh, it's the town.
Is that what you were asking me?
Well, you said one of the signs said that.
Yeah,
saying it's a
implying
sign
that's
for
a
the
town.
town?
Yeah, it's a town. It's implying that the town is called
Gotcha.
Fiora.
Okay.
It's a semi-large town that is within a forest on two sides and a mountain on the other side. The mountain is about northeast, and the only entrance is, unless you go through the woods or the mountainside, is from the southwest. It is a very simple town. Nothing crazy as far as soldiers. Before the calamity, this was considered one of the most ritualistic towns of Heartwind. Full of clerics and mages.
Alright. I've probably heard of it. How far inland is it?
It is kind of in the middle of Heartwind, but there is many lakes that cut their way close to it. In fact, the shallow lens is only about 2 miles east from here.
Okay. So when you say the shallow lands, is that actually connected to the sea? Is it like
Yeah, it's connected to the
lagoons
sea.
or-
It's due to with all tectonic shifts, the continents have constantly changed, and certain parts of Heartwind, for example, have been broken up, and therefore the oceans come through. But since they still have not a deep base to them, they've been classified as something else. So they are streams that have turned into lakes. In this case, they have brought in creatures that is not their natural habitat, and therefore has become
Gotcha.
a darker, more restricted area.
So
for
where
normal
this
people.
thing is not so much really on the shoreline as it's come into kind of an overgrown river system.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Very much like a Lake Placid kind of thing like that, where it's kind of like a
Okay.
creature has kind of come into a lake that's been kind of totally destroyed and damaged from many things.
Okay. Now, I'm realizing how far inland we are, even with that, and suddenly looking a bit more uncomfortable. But I don't say anything about it as we go back to the club.
Okay. Sounds good.
And once we get there, I'm going to get me another drink and hit the dance floor.
Fantastic. Okay. Anybody else that was in the club, things you wanted to do?
Nova would have taken one of the keys and then went outside.
Okay.
Because it's too loud in here and the lights are starting to bother their eyes.
Okay. So you're outside. Is this back like reverse in time when they went outside as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I would have left as soon as I saw they had left. I would have gone outside, but it more of like just to be like, oh,
Okay.
you know, to
It is
like
it
as
literally
a breather.
literally opening and closing the door is muffling the sound. As soon as you close the door, once you're outside, you hear no sound from the inside, and the town itself is relatively quiet. The only things you ever hear is the occasional patron. It is kind of like it's kind of like the quiet streets of kind of like London, kind of thing like that.
I'm just gonna sit here and kind of like collect my thoughts because it was very overwhelming. Almost like they were gonna have an anxiety attack if they were stayed in there too long.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I will look at Alistair. Well, we might, since you're such barrels of fun, why don't we go find that Armand? Perhaps we can get more information on the job and the creature.
Yeah, that's fine.
We will go look for the head of security.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check to try to find Armand.
$11.
11.
And
I'm sorry?
I got a 10.
Okay. Looking around, asking around, you do not find an Armand anywhere. You eventually do find someone that says it is not Armand's shift and he doesn't start till the morning.
It looks like our hands are tied till then.
Such a shame. So you could loosen up, but actually, I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. Do I know you? Do you know me at all?
You know, you're right. I don't. And you don't know me. That's true. My apologies. You just remind me of someone I used to know, and that's all. Apologies. I will leave you to your brooding. You're so good at it.
Thanks. And if I see Azalia's like fine and she's just kind of whatever, I'm actually gonna step outside too.
Okay. Got it. Anything you do while you step outside, or you just going to get air?
I'm gonna step outside and like as he kind of closes, like lets the door close, he just kind of and do I see Nova still standing there?
It's up to Nova.
I would still be there. Yeah.
You doing all right?
Me? You're talking to me?
I think we're the only two out here right now.
Oh, yeah, I'm okay. It's just a lot. It's very loud
say so.
here.
Seems that way, yeah.
And it's bright.
Really? Is it nighttime, Joe, or daytime?
Nighttime. And it's currently raining.
Really? It's darker than this where you're from?
It's bright in there, and there's a lot of lights.
Oh,
I'm used to
sorry.
just seeing the stars.
I guess this home's more or less bright during the day usually. You get some good stars.
where you're from?
Not here. A roundabout answer, not really anywhere.
So
Really?
you're not from this realm, I'm guessing?
No, it's kind of hard to explain.
Oh. Well, I'm not from here either, so.
From one of the known realms, or?
I'm from the Feywild. If you know
Heard
what
of
that
it.
is. Okay.
Yeah. Heard of it.
But for 10 years, I've only been, aberrant. I've only been here for two months. But before that, I was in somewhere that is much more darker than this. So, and the Feywild. It's more darker than the Feywild. So, yeah.
Why'd you come here?
Hell? I saw the omen. Well, I guess you guys would call it the fire in the sky. And I was chosen to come and figure out what it meant.
My understanding of it, I don't think it meant anything. It's the causality of choices made.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's hard to track, and it's the only thing, we haven't seen something like this for, I guess, going all the way back to all the history books, and so it's something different, and, it's something that needs to be figured out, and the cause of it, and also what it means. And I need to bring that back, because how else are we supposed to, be able to track it and be able to, map it and figure out how to, solve it if it needs to be solved or anything like that, I guess you would say?
Solving it, I don't know. But from my understanding of things, this is why I have some problems with what we're doing right now, is that lady who thinks that things were wrecked and that the people 20 years ago wrecked everything. Didn't. My understanding was that they were heroes and they did what they had to save everybody. Somebody was trying to destroy everything and they did what they could.
Oh, wait, you know how it was caused?
Been told some stories. Some real brave
Stories?
people. Bedtime stories, I guess, if you would.
Oh.
People who were around when that happened.
Huh.
But heroes saved everybody. Some made some very large sacrifices. That being said, I don't think what they did was wrong. I think they did what they had to. I don't know. I just don't really believe this.
I'm weary of fully what she stands for. Did figure out a few things at that party that was very overwhelming too. But I mean, at least there was some things I could map, like skywise. But it needs to be all written down and has to, be put in the history books. Otherwise, how are the future generations going to know?
So I agree with you there. Knowledge is pretty important. Dad would say. But just don't also forget that knowledge can be just passed down. Spoken word.
We have plenty of that too. It's just I guess I don't know what kind of navigation or mathematics or astrology or any of that is in this realm, but it's very important. in my realm. It kind of dictates everything.
Well,
So,
wonderful.
yeah.
So if we could get to your realm, then quite an asset.
It's just there's a lot of people here. I don't know if that's like normal.
Wouldn't know.
Okay.
So we gotta
See-
rely on, was it Roneen and Bjorn?
I
They know a lot about here.
think so. I mean, there's obviously this looks like this must be a city or something. Like it's huge.
Look, I don't. Maybe I don't know. It seems. I guess from the books I've seen and pictures, it seems kind of small. Maybe.
And I pull out my book and just kind of write it down. Smaller. Okay.
Well, should all probably get some rest. We got a long day tomorrow.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Guess
Everyone in
they're
this
kinda
realm sleeps at nighttime. Okay, that's right.
I think. But I mean, doing the math, we only got 4 rooms. I don't. You all right if somebody stays with you?
Sure, I don't sleep at night, so this could be different.
Fair. I don't know.
I'd say this is the point that, because we kind of backtracked, this would be the point that the two of you that were shopping, Roneen and Manon, would be coming back.
Well, hello, wildflowers. Getting too loud for you in there?
The bright lights.
Catching some air.
Yeah, the brightness is a bit much for me as well. You get used to it. I don't know, the land folk do like their lights. Well,
Not like any land folk I've seen before.
Perception check from everyone that's outside.
Oh, God. Perception, you said?
Oh, damn. That's an 18.
16.
That is a 10.
14.
Who got the 18? Okay. You're the only one to notice. But occasionally, there has been 2 people who's been constantly watching you. But they've been doing a really good job of being nonchalant about that, and they keep coming back and forth. You finally notice it once they go inside the building, as they just leave your vision. They're cloaked. One seems to have... make sure I give the correct details out. A minute. Oh, fuck. Alright, let me pull it back up. One seems to have horns, but the details of the horns are hard to find. The other one is hard to get their specific... any specific details. But the one with the horns definitely has grayish of skin. And the one without definitely has a more human-colored complexion as far as peaches.
As they go in the door, I'll just be like,
The conspiracy.
Don't want to alarm anybody, but it appears we have some admirers too that just went in.
Admirers.
Seem to be watching us.
Oh.
Maybe they want to join the group too.
I didn't get that vibe, but one's got grayish skin with horns, and the other one looks human or something. I don't know.
What vibe did you get?
That they're watching us for some reason. That's not in a good manner.
Just go ask them.
Why don't you go ask them?
I'll go ask them.
I mean, unless you want to just run away from the group.
I head in after them while these two are squabbling and look for people matching that description.
Okay, give me
I went to get a
investigation.
weapon.
Give me an investigation check, please. You load your weapon? That's what you said?
I'm telling him I went to get a weapon.
Oh, okay.
You do, Basil.
12.
12. The place is very busy at this point. You are trying to fit the build. You do see in the distance, and they would have gotten this a good leg up on you. Within the crowd, about halfway into the building, you do see 2 people in cloaks that match the cloak description. But there are several people scattered around that do have cloaks on, but you do see specifically one set that's only 2. And they're
I will
about
try to
maybe
keep
60 feet in.
eye on them and head toward them.
Okay, they're constantly moving until they eventually split apart. One goes further in, and the other one starts to head into like a back room. Which way do you go?
I'm going to follow the one heading for the back room.
Okay. Anybody else go inside?
I look at Alistair and I'm just like, you're just gonna let her go do it by herself? I thought you were like a big protector guy.
If I wasn't here dealing with your ass and I actually go in.
I'll follow him in.
Okay. All right. I'm guessing not too much later after Roneen, you do see her start to follow after a specific pair.
Kind of follow suit as best as I can.
You do see that she does start heading to a back room as they separate. Do you guys follow her, or do you guys go for the other one?
Roneen hears a voice in her head and it's Manon's. And she just says,
I'll redo this
if you
shit.
follow one, I'll follow the other.
Fair enough. Take care.
I just start following the other one because I'm concerned that it's trying to double back on Roneen.
Okay. All right. So Roneen's going to go solo, and you 2 are going to go for the other one? Is that what I understand?
It appears so.
Okay. What about Nova? Are you
Ugh.
still staying outside?
Stuck with him.
I would have gone inside, but I'm just kind of observing. Can
Okay.
I see both of the people?
Well, are you going
When I
to
went
follow?
inside?
Because if you don't follow, you'll lose track of them quickly.
I'm gonna just go slowly enough, move forward, but not fully follow. But
Okay. I'll say if you
You
stay
know,
at distance, you can
keep
see when the group eventually separates, but you'll lose them if you don't follow. So if you go at a slow speed, you'll eventually lose them when they separate. But you can
Okay.
tell where they are now.
Right.
Pausing it on you guys, back to Bjorn, as you are currently theoretically solo right now. Do you do anything while you're by yourself? Possibly include another person?
Depending on how close the back room that Roneen is following the party that she's following, I would be on if the dance floor is close to that, I would, and saw her, I would follow Roneen.
Perception check to see if you even noticed them going through, because they wouldn't have gotten close to where you are, but if you are keeping your head on swivel, you might see them.
18.
18. Okay, yeah, you see them. So, the room that Roneen's heading to is not by the dance floor. It like goes behind the bar.
I will leave the dance floor and start to follow Roneen while wrapping a hand around a blade at my back.
Okay. So we got 2 and 2.
Because the boat's gonna be too big in here.
Okay. All right, we start with Roneen. So you eventually see this cloaked figure head over against the wall as it looks like they're whispering to themselves. You're about like 15.
We can help you with.
They don't respond. They keep whispering to themselves.
I'm gonna go up and tap him on the shoulder.
Okay. No response. Nothing happens. They are still whispering.
Grab
to
his
themselves.
shoulder and pull.
Okay. You pull the cloak, and immediately the cloak shows nothing within.
What the? Do I see any sign of anything?
Bjorn, how far behind her would you have been? Would you have purposely caught up Or would you stay at distance?
I would have stayed at distance.
Okay.
She could be having a rendezvous, and I don't want to interrupt that. At least to my knowledge at this point.
Okay. Then I need Roneen. I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Dex save. Okie doke. Huh, a 4. I am rolling hot garbage tonight.
As you immediately lift up the cloak and nothing is there, you immediately feel a sharp poke in your back. As you feel a blade in your back. And then immediately gets pulled out.
Is there something I can help you with?
Oh, nothing much. And then she immediately disappears. Bjorn, you would have seen her just stab her in the back and then did that. You're going to take, Roneen, 3 points of damage.
Stabby?
Yep, 3
Okay.
points of piercing damage.
Ow!
Can I try and sneak up and put my blade to their back?
Oh, they disappeared.
Oh, they're gone.
The blade
I
is
will
still
rush up
there,
to
though.
Roneen. On the ground or in Roneen?
On the ground
Is the
or
blade on the ground or?
No, it's still
Yeah.
it's still in her back.
Oh.
That wasn't fun. Very rude. I'm gonna pull it out and take a look at it.
Okay. The blade itself is curved in nature. It is definitely an assassin style blade. It doesn't look like it's meant for killing. It looks like it's meant for severing different kind of organs and arteries. But it looks like she specifically did it in a way to not actually fully damage you. The blade itself is not enchanted by any means or poisoned. To the other group, you are following this one into the crowd. You do see her stop as she is watching the dance floor.
Can we tell what she's looking at?
It looks like she's watching the music itself, the people on the stage, but if you are currently behind her, you can't see what her face is looking at, but the body's direction is towards the stage.
Alistair hears my voice in his head now. Just like, he wanted to talk to her. Go talk to her.
Kind of like... and like he'll
Damn, that swimming
move
pool.
to kind of get somewhat even with them and just kind of like side eye to look over and see if he can see what they're looking at.
Okay. Give me a stealth check so I don't see that you're kind of like peeking over towards them.
Okay.
I'll say
I'm gonna stay where
advantage
I
because
am,
you're in a
but I'm trying to
crowd.
hide.
Advantage because you're in a crowd.
Cool. Flat roll because I have disadvantage for my armor.
Ooh.
I'm the new Dira. That's actually awesome. I got an 18 plus 1, so 19.
Nice. Yeah, she does not see. You're looking in the direction. You do see a tiefling. Her horns are barely being contained within the hood itself. She looks like she's getting a straight stare. Her eyes are kind of like faded as if like she's whispering something to herself. And looks like her eyes aren't moving, so it looks like she's not actively following the movement, but maybe she's just staring in a direction and then whispering something to herself.
Just gonna kind of hang tight and see what they're doing because it's not like I'm not gonna talk to them, but I'm trying to see what they're up to because they're following us.
Okay.
It appears or checking us out.
After about a minute, the whispering stops. She just tries to pull her hood out up a little bit more, and then she turns around. She starts walking back in a direction, but she doesn't look at you. If you don't halt her, she's just gonna walk right past you.
There's no other tieflings in this bar, right?
There are a lot of tieflings in this bar, but every other
bar, okay.
tiefling does not. There's no other tieflings with a hood up in this bar. And you have not seen enough of her physical description to... I'd say what you would know with her hood up is that she has more of ram horns kind of horns, and then she's got gray complexion. Outside of that, with the hood up, you can't really make anything heads or tails if she took her hood off and her cloak off to determine if it's her. But I'd say there's not too many other gray tieflings in the area.
Well, he's gonna try to like accidentally like bump into her.
Okay.
Like he just turns really quick as she's coming nearby to like seem like he's just turning to go somewhere and bump into her by accident.
Okay. Sleight of hand.
Okay. 13.
She got a 4. Okay.
Ooh. I'll hit her and be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?"
No problem. My fault. And she keeps walking on.
No, my fault. I'm sorry. I didn't see you there.
It is
should
quite
have.
alright. It is a nightclub. It is
Can I see
quite
her
alright.
face now?
Yeah, you can see her face. Give me a perception check with advantage, seeing so close.
Okay. Oh, that's a 19 and a 4. Okay, so 19 plus 4 is 23.
Okay, let me give you a more specific description. Again, this is just neck up as her face, as her body's being covered by a cloak.
Sure.
So, like I said, you do see a. Where is she in here? Oh, okay. You do see a gray tiefling with what looks like a properly groomed, black, almost charcoal colored, curly hair, kind of more pulled back ram horns, but they almost look like they are kind of like scaly, of sorts. And then she's got black tattoos with what looks like crimson eyes.
Okay.
And black earrings.
Got it. Since there's no other gray tieflings here that I've seen, are there a lot of red ones or?
There's red and purple mostly.
Okay. I'll just be like, that's you seem a little unique here compared to everyone else. You come here often?
Unique. That's coming from a tiefling with feathered wings.
Touche.
First time, but if you do not mind, I have a friend to catch up with as she puts her hood back up and she starts walking.
He's just gonna be like, he's gonna tip his hand. He's gonna just be like, well, I couldn't help but notice that you were looking my way when you came in the bar.
She stops about 10 feet away from you. She looks back. Well, like I said, I'm unique and you're unique. Doesn't hurt to fantasize, now does it? Good day. And then she walks off.
I'm gonna intercept her.
Okay.
I want to walk right in front. How tall is she?
I'd say 5'9".
Fuck. All right, that's fine. I'm in heels. We're about the same height.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm gonna step right in front of her path, and I'm just gonna look her in the face, and I'm just gonna be like, "Who sent you?"
I'm sorry. Who sent me?
I saw you earlier, and it was not here. Who sent you?
It's a small town. I'm sure you saw me somewhere.
You weren't here. Not in this town. And neither was I.
Okay. She's generally looking confused at you.
Excellent. I'm going to grab her physically.
Okay. You grab her. Technically, you know
I'm
you
gonna
can't.
grab her shoulders.
Okay. Insight check, please.
I'm just gonna let this happen. I'm just sitting back.
I never said this was a good plan. I'm not good at charisma anymore.
She's 3 kobolds in a trench coat.
16.
16. You immediately put your hand on and you feel something different than a cloak as immediately the visage ends and you are looking directly at a regular tiefling. Look, I've never seen you before. What? Now can I be excused? Would that be alright? And just kind of push your hand out of the way.
This tiefling doesn't look like anything I've seen before, right?
I mean, it just looks like a red female tiefling just walking through and looks like she just wants to be here to party.
I'll let her go.
Fucking weirdo. Starts walking by.
Do I see the change all of a sudden?
Yeah, you do see it. Almost like the interaction with another person interrupted the illusion.
As she walks away, can I guess, like, Arcana or some sort of check to make sure that she didn't just disguise herself to get away?
Arcana would get you only so far, but you can give me an Arcana check, yeah.
Is there a better check?
I mean,
I want to see
an
if
actual
I just
detect
fell for her
magic would
disguise.
really work for it, but Arcana check will get you at
I
least
don't have
somewhere.
spells.
Yeah, I know. So you can do an Arcana check just to see if Arcana is present.
Natural 1. I just think I embarrassed myself.
I mean, magic. It's a crazy thing.
In front of this fucker, nonetheless. I don't look.
Fucking acting a fool over here. In the distance, Nova. Perception check, please.
Okay. 20.
20. As you kind of like lose sight of your friends, you eventually see just it waits until they're right beside you as they pass by. It's almost like they look like regular people and then they pass by. You see the visage of their hidden form erase as you see two cloaked people left and right go past you as they smile as they pass you, and then they open the door and they leave.
Did I get, like, would I have been able to see, like, what I saw when they passed? Like, when they smiled at me? Like, what
Yeah,
they
I'd say
looked like?
with the 20, you could see the tiefling much like how Alistair saw, and then you would have seen a high elf. A high elf, blonde hair. No other notable features as far as physical structure, just a high elf with blonde hair.
Take out my book and write it down real quick.
Okay. And they leave out the door and close
Two
it behind them.
shadowed people. Do I see, when I look, do I see where the others are?
Yeah, you spot at least Alistair and Manon, but since still Roneen and Bjorn are down in a back hallway, you do not have sight of them. And we'll come back to them in a second.
I guess I would, well, they're both on the dance floor, right? Where all the people are?
I don't think anybody's on the dance floor currently.
Okay.
I think we're on the edge of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll probably go over to whoever I see first and be like,
Yeah, you definitely see
did you
Alistair first. Alistair.
be like, did you see those two?
See what the one that was here just disappeared.
It wasn't one. It was two.
Well, yeah, the other one went towards the back room.
No. When that tiefling was walking by, there was two.
Wait, what do you mean when the tiefling walked by you?
Yep. There was two. There was a high elf, and then there was the tiefling the one with the gray skin and kind of...
Yeah, the gray skinned tiefling with the ram horns.
Yeah, and then there was a high elf with, did you say blonde hair or white hair?
Blonde.
I think he said
Yeah.
blonde.
Blonde hair. They just
I think-
smiled and walked out.
That explains
They
the
left.
human looking one.
Yep. They obviously... They must have been both cloaked. before they got to where I was.
Great, something else to worry about.
I mean, when do they leave? We can go chase them down.
Just the second ago. And then I
They
came
lost
over
us
here.
that I'm gonna guess if they lost us that easily in here with magic, they're probably gonna do the same thing out there.
Or I can
Should
shoot them.
Maybe we should go find Bjorn and Roneen.
You would definitely know where you would have seen where they went if you want to head that direction.
To where the others went.
Yeah, which is behind the bar, so or like in a storage behind the bar. Roneen and Bjorn, you are still in the hallway, dagger in hand, and cloak in hand.
Point of order. Do I still have the? I do have the cloak.
Yep.
Okay, that was my question.
At this point, though, because we would have kind of gone back by like about a half minute, you start to notice that both the dagger and the cloak start to fade away like a shadow. You have seconds to do any investigations on them if you want.
I'm going to do that, and hopefully it will do me some good. 12.
12. And what kind of check? You just did investigation check or
Investigation.
investigation? At quick glance, this is falling apart, and seeing the dissipation of it, you can assume that whatever this is, it is an extension of the person itself, not an item's own properties. The item is using some kind of power of, you assume, illusion in a sense of shadows, but you can't read it any further. You assume that when the person left the cloak get absorbed back into the person.
Okay. She won't even let me use her cloak for it. Ugh. I look around the storage in the back. Is there like towels or something?
Yeah, there's like towels, there's rags and stuff like that.
Mop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab. I was gonna grab one to clean the dagger off, but it went away, and so I'm just gonna grab something and just put pressure on the very inconvenient hole in my back.
Okay.
Wow,
Catch up with her at this point.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
that was
I will
unpleasant.
see her clutching your back. Making friends already?
Well, what can I say? I
Let
don't
me
have
see.
any
Let me
personality.
see.
All
Let me
right,
see.
all right.
It's okay. It's been a
Fine,
while.
it's
Let
just
me try.
It's just a little scratch.
Yeah, it's fine. And I will do healing hands, so you will heal for 3 hit points.
All right, thank you.
So what happened?
Well, these two were following us. Alistair said these two were following us, so I followed her in, and she was muttering something to herself, just looking at the wall there. And I tried to get her attention, and she went poof, and then she stabbed me, and then her knife and her cloak went poof, because apparently just that wasn't rude enough on its own.
So, we're not just fighting the dragon, or at least the enemy the
No,
patron
there's
mentioned.
There's other interest in us for sure. I'd like to know
Fantastic.
from whom, but you're really surprised.
I'd say at this point, the rest of the group arrives in the hallway where you guys are, including Nova.
You see
if
me
Nova
kind of
caught up.
washing blood off my hands with a dish rag.
Did you
You
kill him?
alright?
I am now, thanks to him. Do you have any luck?
What'd you say? Oh, I was say, what'd you say, Manon?
Oh, did you stab her?
No.
She stabbed me. I was being polite. Well, ish. Anyway, she was just staring at the wall, muttering something, and then when I tried to get her to pay attention, she went And then she stabbed me, and then her cloak and her knife went poof.
The other one was staring and muttering also, but then stopped, and I tried talking to them, and they walked past, and then Manon tried talking to them, and they disappeared.
It's more like you flirted with them.
You got it in you after all, do you?
Sometimes you gotta use you can catch more flies with honey than you can vinegar sometimes.
Yeah.
Very true.
Fortunately for you, you can't do it with either.
No, I just choose who I
No.
want to do it to.
When the whispering was going on, did I catch any kind of words or anything?
Not with the perception check you had. I could say it seemed less than words and more of an incantation, but it was kind of gibberish from the distance.
It's like they were trying to cast a spell. What they'd be doing back here, I don't know.
Did I pick anything up with that 18, Joe, or no?
Do you? You would speak infernal, yeah. With the loud noise, you trying to be stealthy, I'd say that you would have been able to register. We found them. What would you have us do? Then we will wait until your arrival.
Are we kind of alone in this storeroom?
Currently, yes.
Okay. I'll just say I don't know if it was much of an incantation or more of they were sending some kind of message. Talking to somebody, said something about they found them, and then okay, we'll wait for your arrival. I'm guessing we're the ones that they found.
Who'll be arriving?
I have no idea.
Manon gets kind of stiff. Maybe we shouldn't stay here then.
Did you see what the one that stabbed you looked like?
Not at all.
No? Oh. Okay.
Guess it'd probably be that high elf you saw, Nova.
Probably.
Oh. Snooty bitch. Not too surprising, I suppose.
Stop, Joe. It's your fault.
You said it.
What?
You're the one that took it that way.
Manon got stiff.
Oh.
That's because she got her
The
crossbow.
rest of us didn't even register it.
Yeah, it did.
Sorry, maybe I'm just in that thought process right now.
It's that night. It's that kind of night. All right.
Ben flirted with you, isn't it?
They flustered him.
It threw me off. Ben's flirtation always gets me off my game.
Over there.
Yeah. Oh.
You want to get hammered? Oh, all right. Anyway.
All right.
Sweet baby Jesus. Oh.
The hammer is my. Never mind.
All right.
Oh man.
I
got that
suppose we should we find somewhere else to stay till morning?
I mean, if they found us here,
We'll
they're
next
gonna
talk
probably
to
find us anywhere.
Decision.
Armand fella.
I'd rather them not find us.
Well, we've got 4 rooms. Nothing says we need to use them all. Maybe better to stay in one place.
Suppose we probably should go check out these rooms.
If
Wanky.
the advanced scouts are stabbing people, I'm not too keen on meeting whoever it is, but I don't know that we're going to get much choice in the matter.
So if they found us here, they'll probably find us anywhere else.
True,
Fair
is
enough.
this- Do you guys
We'll be fine.
think this is connected to the weaver?
Don't know till we find out what they want.
Guessing how most of us aren't used to being in this realm. I would have to hope so. Otherwise, why else would they be looking for all of us?
I think we're all a bit out of our element.
Yeah.
Well, They said found them. They didn't necessarily mean all of us.
I'd rather not be found by anybody. Do we want to go check
Fair
out
enough.
these rooms?
Let's do that then.
Agreed.
Okay, so you're gonna check out the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you find a velvet rope that leads upstairs, you immediately show your keys as the gentleman moves the velvet rope out of the way as you go upstairs. As there's a total of 8 rooms, 4 on each side. You are given 4 keys, which are the far back 2 rooms on each side. Rooms 8, 7, 6, and 5. If you check them out, they are all identical rooms. Obviously, the different side of the hallway inverts it. But they are large, lavish, kind of like sort of presidential rooms, suites, kind of like that. Big, huge bed. Has its own has its own bath quarters, and does have room service. There is only one window, and the window itself is probably only large enough for a halfling to get in and out. It's more or less for ventilation purposes. And there's only one door to get in each one, which is the large door that is enchanted, which needs the keys to get in and out with. Each room itself only has one bed because the bed itself is a large, almost like double California king size bed.
So do we
So-
stay here?
Set a watch. Get a rest. Don't see what else to do.
And I will volunteer to take first watch, as I know I will have a hard time falling asleep without the rocking of the waves.
I can do first watch too. I don't really sleep much.
Oh,
Not
should
during
figure out
the
who-
night.
Happy for the company.
Should we all go in one room? I'm happy
Probably
to
not a
curl.
bad idea.
Is there like a couch? Are there like couches and stuff that we can curl up on?
Yeah, they're each one of them. I'm sorry, I just blanked out for a second. Each one of them has a kind of like a non-comfortable couch, but one kind of like designer kind of couch.
I mean, come to that, I can just find something and curl up on the floor. I don't really care.
A game, can you just sleep in the bathtub?
Actually, I could. I could sleep in the bathtub.
There you go.
I'll take a blanket and sleep in the bathtub.
That's a hark back to like campaign 1 when Rin would always sleep in the bathtub.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah. That was the thing.
Because she needed water.
Okay. So everybody's gonna stay in one room. Okay. And Nova and Bjorn.
Let's actually set up like pillows so they look like there's, you know, the old camp trick of putting pillows so they look like there's people in the beds in the other
Sure.
rooms.
Okay, so you set up the other rooms. Okay, got it. I dig it.
In case the ring wraiths show
I'll help
up.
her do it.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I dig
Yeah.
it. But then at that point, you guys got to be like in the hotel across the way.
Well, yeah.
But no, I dig it. Okay, so we just have Bjorn and Nova taking first watch.
Yeah, and we'll do like two hours each
Okay,
watch, I'd say,
got it.
so that everybody does get to rest.
4
Does the
hours
door
to
swing
sleep.
in or out, Joe?
They would swing in. Yeah, they would swing in. Yeah.
I would be like, Bjorn, give me a hand with this for a second. Like, if there's like a dresser in there, can we like slide the dresser in front of the door,
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
or like a one of those tall armoires or something?
Oh, thank you all for the raid. Got a couple things going on here.
Oh, there's another. Hey,
Well, I'm taking first watch, so you got to do that by yourself, Alistair, because I'm on the outside looking in.
well, no, I'm not gonna lock you out of the room. I thought you were doing the watch
Be
inside.
in the- I think we would
Yeah.
do it in the room.
Keep watching in the room.
Oh, okay.
And you can listen for what's
Then yes, I will
outside,
help.
but
Okay. But you guys are still going to stay in the same room, though, right? Just to confirm. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So for the first couple hours, we got the 2 on watch. Now, I guess I should clarify just to make sure that I'm not missing on something. Are the rest of you going to try to sleep for 2 hours, or are you just going to just take us, just relax for 2 hours?
I'm gonna sleep until it's time for my watch.
I'll sleep.
Okay, so
I'll
we'll do
take
more than 2
A
hours.
porn
Then?
on the bed, and I'll
Well,
put a sword in
and
him
just
as
you know, like
well.
stagger it so they
2 hours here,
they
2
watch
hours
for
there.
2 hours, and the next
Okay,
group,
I
yeah,
see what you're doing. Okay, got it.
Me-
All right.
rather than one somebody watching all night.
Yeah, sure. Okay. All right. So for first watch, you guys have a couple hours. There's not much to look out for as you are just stuck in one room. But you can give me each a perception check to at least take in the surroundings, maybe sounds out in the hallway, anything like that.
15.
Bjorn, I would have made sure to put myself directly in line with the door, but as far back as possible with my bow on my lap with an arrow. So you said perception, yeah?
Yeah.
13.
13. Throughout this couple hour time, it is quite uneventful. You do hear there's a couple other rooms that aren't part of the floor you got that have come in. You can hear some drunk antics going on inside them and stuff like that. Party goers bringing in, probably procure some of the other staff members for a fun-filled night. It becomes about midnight. Rain is still coming down. In fact, it comes down a bit harder. The storm starts to strike outside, but not so much that it becomes hazardous to be outside. You do see the rain kind of colliding against the small little view window that you have against the wall, and you can kind of hear the small little droplets just kind of do enough to make a sound against the window itself. Nothing happens in the first 2 hours, but is there anything you two want to talk about during that time?
No, just awkwardly going through her book. So if you want to say something, you can. They're not going to be the first one to say anything.
You talk first. No, you talk first.
They're awkward.
Do you just write in that, or do you draw as well?
Doodles, drawings, hypotheses, scientific, little apparatuses, and all kinds of things.
I had a crewmate once that was very interested in notes and drawings, and they would draw things of the sea. Quite beautiful. I appreciate a scholar such as yourself, although I have no skill for it.
Yeah, I study the stars. Right now it's raining, so there's not really anything I can study. But I'm just kind of putting in notes from the day, and, things seem to be all connected, and gotta write it down or you forget.
If you don't mind me asking, and of course I don't know you that well, so I do not mean for this to sound insulting. Why did your tribe choose you to come and follow up on, as you called it, the omen?
There's 10 of us. We all were sent out to each realm to try to figure out what is going on. We realized that whatever the sky, fire, whatever it was affecting all the realms, and so we all needed to go through. We all traveled through the same pathway, and my destination was the Averant realm, but there's other ones that went to the other realms, trying to collect the data and figure out what actually happened and bring it back, because it needs to be recorded, especially if it's something to do with the celestial skies.
Keeping our legends and stories alive are important. Sometimes that's all we have. But it sounds like between what you and your tribe already knew and what you called her the Weaver, has told us this could be quite the adventure, event, catastrophe. Who knows?
Should be interesting to hear less. I wasn't expecting to be thrown into. Well, I take that back. I was prepared for potential, being thrown into something that could be dangerous. I'm not, new to danger or hardship or, travel or any of that stuff, but this is just a different area, and it's taking some time to get used to. There's a lot of people, and I'm not used to communicating like a lot of these people do. Yes. Plus,
Makes sense.
I obviously look a lot different than most of the people that I've seen so far. I mean, don't get me wrong, there looks like there's some unique species and races and such here too, but
do
You
not
can
concern
tell-
yourself too much with that.
because
Go
it's
ahead.
dark in the room, you can tell that their eyes are like almost like glowing blue because it's dark enough in the room. So, and their like pupils are huge.
Well, at least if we're anywhere dark, truly dark ever, we'll have someone to lead us. So, thank you, Nova, for sharing your story.
Sure.
It's a-
I guess. Where are you from?
Oh, as I told the stage. For as long as I can remember, or at least as long as I would wish to remember, the seas. All the seas.
So like, just large bodies of water all around. No land.
Oh,
Nothing.
Most of the time, sometimes we went up rivers, fjords, sometimes we made, but yeah, mostly, almost, how would you say? Almost like the desert, but with water. So the opposite of the desert, but you know.
Desert, I can understand.
And it is so quiet to most, especially on nights like this. But if you know how to listen, I don't know if you have voices in the sands, but the water speaks to me. If you listen.
Yeah, there's definitely a rhythm and voice to the sands and the wind and the stars. Most people don't hear it. But I can understand that. Huh. Good to know that seas have the same thing. I've only seen, well, I guess not really seen a sea. That's a funny thing to say. But I've kind of seen one from afar. Not close up before.
Well, I will tell you this, especially from all you've said. Even if you've never been on a sea or seen a sea, and you're right, that is kind of funny. The stars are just as important to us on the sea, as I'm sure they are too, when traversing deserts.
I just
So?
write down in notes that the sea also has songs and, all that kind of stuff. I kind of take down notes of what you said about the sea and everything and about the stars and such.
He'll raise up his glass and take a small sip. To the waves and the sands, then. That's it.
Okay. 2 hours go by, uneventful other than the conversation. You guys wake up from 2 hours of your sleep to the next shift.
I'll take the next watch. Who wants to join me?
I don't sleep usually at night, and I only need 4 hours of sleep. So it's
And you
more
can
of a
join us as
trance.
well.
So if there's other people that need more sleep than I do, go for it.
Well, I think we can manage to take a full night amongst us.
Whoever wants to.
As we settle in, I am going to cast Find Familiar. Take the first 10 minutes so that we've got a pair of eyes and ears.
Okay.
So, you see me futzing around for like 10 minutes, those who are awake. And at the end of it, a little sea otter pops into existence and takes up a position. He kind of, he's not a good climber. He'll just take up a position like behind the dresser by the door there. Actually,
Okay.
no, he'll go over by the window.
Okay.
As Bjorn walks, and he's going to take the bathtub that Roneen was in. As he passes the otter by, he's going to smile and give it a little scratch on the head. Biscuit, always a pleasure. And we'll walk to the... Go ahead, Roneen, sorry.
Sleep well. No, I just said Biscuit does a little neat in response.
I will get in the bathtub and pull out a broken long sword that's more like a short sword and lay it across my chest and try and get some sleep.
Okay. So we got Roneen and we got Nova. Anybody else doing this watch? Just you two? Okay. You two perception checks, please, for the next couple hours.
Mine is a 7. And Biscuits is
Oh my god, I need to draw a biscuit.
a 3.
3. And Nova, what'd you get?
I got a 10.
10. Okay. You got to draw a biscuit. Yes, you need to draw a biscuit.
Yes, now I need to draw this.
Biscuit as in ship's biscuit. Now picture Max Milligan.
Yeah.
Tap, tap.
There's a lot of noise in the hallway. It occasionally goes quiet. It goes loud. It seems like the other rooms have been taken. The ones that you guys don't have keys for. And it sounds like a couple of rooms are having their own private parties. Inside the rooms, a couple of them are having more private parties. And the rain outside is getting a lot more, I wouldn't say aggressive, but louder along with the storms. And it's hard to hear. It's not like this makes it hard for you to sleep, but it's hard to hear what's outside the room itself. But at least within the room, there's nothing that seems to be grabbing your attention. Throughout the 2 hours, is there anything you two want to do? Or technically 3 of you want to do?
Quiet one.
Me? Or
Nobody
just
else
points
is
to-
awake, love.
Oh.
Eh, he's quiet too. That's Biscuit.
Hi. What kind of creature is he?
You've never seen an otter.
An otter? No.
He kind of sits up and looks very cute for you.
I take my book out and I'm starting to like sketch a little picture of him. Be like, otter? Question mark?
And he just looks like an otter, really. He's well, I'm not sure what sort of spirit is yet exactly, but the source of my magic,
Oh.
I can summon something that looks like a creature. It's usually what I like them to look like. They're industrious little fellers.
Oh, I'm guessing he's from the sea, right?
You're guessing right. He's a sea. Well, he looks like a sea creature. I can make him look like the land folks creatures, but they're not as fun.
I've never seen one before.
Where you said? I think I heard a bit of you talking with. Bjorn, did I hear you come from a desert?
Yes, the Feywild.
Oh, now the Feywild I know, but the oceans. Said the parent. I'm told at least that my pod would pass back and forth between the oceans, the Feywild and Averend, but we never paid much mind to such boundaries.
That makes sense. Yeah, deep in the distant Feywild desert, where my tribe is from. But I guess we. So you say that your pods is like, you travel around like nomads style?
Suppose we did before I got separated from them.
Oh,
we went where the currents took us, where the hunting took us.
Sense. My tribe's like that too, but just in the desert.
Huh.
I moved a lot.
Funny. Perhaps the desert and the ocean are not that different.
What? But I don't remember how to say his name. The one that was...
Oh, Bjorn.
Bjorn, yeah. He said that the seas sing and the deserts sing too, so that they must be close to related somehow.
They must be. He's a poetic one, that one. I know plenty of things that sing in the ocean. I don't know about the sea itself. I suppose it can. Sometimes it seems like it. When there's a storm. Oh, now that's a big voice indeed.
Like the rainstorms, like outside right now?
Oh, that's not really a storm. That's just a bit of rain. Proper storm, man. That'll separate you from your people, wash you halfway down the coast till you don't know where you are. And then the morning comes, the sun is out, and it's like it was never there. It's like a beast of its own.
That sounds like a sandstorm.
Oh. Never thought
If you
about
get separated from your whoever you're with or your pack or whatever, like you could be lost for days during it.
You could be lost forever. So they're not so different after all. Except you came looking for something. I didn't come to the land folk by choice, but things are interesting here.
I like how you call them land folk. Is that like a proper term for Averend people, or is it just in general?
I don't think so. It's just what we call them. The ones who live here on the soil all the time, with their feet on the ground all the time. Strange ones they were. Got to know them a bit better. Sometimes that's a mistake.
I'm guessing there's something that happened. Sorry, I don't need to pry. You don't have to tell me if you don't. I know it's kind of weird. I'm just curious.
I got separated. I got to know some folks. I thought they were my friends. I thought wrong. So, I put out to sea now when I can. I learned to cook. Decided I liked their food. And so that's a skill they usually want on a ship. Not too long after that, I started having some magic that I could help with as well. Some are suspicious of that. Some find it useful. I don't know. Last ship I was on, the Sea Serpent. That's where I met Bjorn, and they're a friendly lot. We just put back in for a bit of R&R. Wasn't planning to go back, but guess that decision's been made for me anyway.
People are scared of magic? Is that common?
Don't understand it if they've not been around it. Or if they have been around it and their experience has been bad. There's as many of those. And sailors are a superstitious lot. Sometimes most of them will welcome a witch for that. Have their own magic to combat what they don't know.
So the rumors are true that there's not like, you mean there's not everyone uses magic here?
Oh no. Not at all.
Oh.
I mean, it's not terribly rare, but everyone by no means. Do they where you come from?
Yep. Everyone knows some kind of magic in the Feywild. Of some sort.
Well, I guess that's one difference between there and here.
We never really knew if that was true, so that's good to note. And I write it in my book. That was the rumor
You're always writing in that book of yours.
Oh, sorry.
Nothing wrong with it? Just, is that how you're figuring out your thing in the sky?
Yeah, I have to write it down, to make, well, there's all kinds of things in here. There's star charts, there's mathematics, there's astrology, there's I started mapping the fire in the sky when it first came about, and there's...
You're talking, I'm going to kind of come up and look over your shoulder at your...
I get really excited that you're excited to see the book, so I just start blurbering about it and be like, so, and here's all the things I saw and figured out at that party that we were at, and that's how I figured out what that person must have been, the Weaver. And and the light, the northern light that was happening, that's actually something very significant. We've only seen that a couple times, and it usually means a couple things, and so in this, it was not made by by accident or just naturally made it. They must have made it, so that's even more important.
Who was gay?
The lady that we were talking to.
Oh, what would she make an aurora for?
Well,
we just go north and see that.
That's not always the truth. So those kind of events, they're not normal. But they're seen before in different realms. I don't know. When you traveled in your pottage, you said, did you ever go to the far realm?
Name I've heard.
Oh, well,
we didn't really pay much attention to where we were, but if there's an ocean there, we might have gone.
Well, the light effect that happened, that's very common there. It's supposed to give off a calming feeling, or to affect to most creatures, but it's also called the awakening. So normally,
awakening
it means,
of what?
That's the thing. Normally, it means that an ancient god has been reborn. So that's why it was very important. And that's why I had to write down everything and do some measurements and everything. And then we were, then she started talking to us and had us all go in that room and started talking. And then she mentioned about the 20 years ago. And then I was just like, oh gosh. So that's why I had to take bracelet right away because obviously something's all connected and I need to know this information.
Awakening of ancient gods, you say?
Yeah. That's usually what
Like-
those mean.
Like Bahamut?
Maybe?
I mean, that's the
I
one
don't
that
know.
she mentioned. Everyone else she was talking about, oh, they're not really a god. I'm not really a god. He's not really a god anymore. There seems to be a lot of them not really gods anymore. Maybe there's a power vacuum and somebody's waking up to fill it.
I mean, there was when the fire started, you could feel like a lot of the, clerics and paladins and others who had gods that they prayed to that were, not exactly. We heard from other tribes when we did some, traveling that, like, they started not feeling them anymore, I guess. I don't know how that works with a god. I don't understand. The skies and the stars are who I guess you would
Can't
say
say I
believe
know much
in.
about gods either, and I was just a wee pup when that happened, but
Oh. Yeah.
well, it's all very interesting anyway. Suppose we'll be learning more about it soon enough.
Oh.
Well, now
Are
what's
you
that? And I point at one of your star things and just kind of start studying.
I
Maybe not
literally
studying,
will
but yeah.
if you are interested, they are gonna word vomit everything they know about stars, everything
I will
they've.
just absorb as much of it as I can because this is an area that I have not looked into before.
Yep, they would totally
Other
do
than-
that because they
I
would
know
get
the
really
sailors use
excited.
them to navigate. We'll probably mention that a little bit.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. We'll spend the rest of our time talking about stars.
Yes.
Okay. All right. At this time, storms start to get more aggressive. We're going to veer in a few people's heads for this one.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit. With the storms getting more aggressive, Bjorn, these storms themselves are starting to give you. You're still sleeping, but they are difficult sleeps to be had. I'll let Corey take the floor on this one.
So, Bjorn is going to have dreams specifically of the night on the Raven Feeder where we encountered a storm and it did not go well. Lots of crew were passed. Mary tried her best to use her druidic sea powers to control the ship as many times as she's done before, but the storm was too great. And thoughts of Mary and the storm and his survival start to flood Bjorn's brain. And I would imagine, or like to imagine, that the sword that he's holding broken begins to kind of glow slightly, and Bjorn will feel a familiar but cold and wet hand on top of his that's laying on the sword. And then she's going to lean down and whisper to him, "It's okay. I'm at peace. I'm here with you now." And see how he responds. Or if anybody responds, because there's now another voice in the bathroom that nobody recognizes.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I will wake up out of a cold sweat and freak out, thinking that it was a nightmare, a dream. Not recognizing that the voice actually manifested and could be heard by everybody else, or that I actually heard it in my waking.
Okay.
And the image of Mary right now is very, I don't want to say glitchy, but fuzzy, as if she's using everything in her physical power to manifest a somewhat a recognizable form. It's taking a lot of control and concentration for her to be able to bring herself out of this resting state into a physical form of sorts.
Once I realize there's a figure in there, before I can consciously figure out what the figure is, I am going to jump out of the bathtub and like hold my sword up. I didn't realize my sword's glowing faintly.
I saw you dancing. You still have 2 left feet, but you know, you held your own. Hi, Bjorn. I see you've also gotten into some trouble with me being gone. I thought I taught you manners.
It's you.
I do like a full 360, and Bjorn will see, and anyone else who comes in and looks will see she is about like 5'8", 5'9"-ish, pale, like seafoam green skin, finned ears with some jewelry adorning it, some seashells, black hair that fades into a very, very bright blue. And she's wearing a long, flowing bluish green dress, and both the dress and her hair kind of seem to move on their own as if she's underwater, but she's clearly on land. And then just some basic flats because heels are gross. And being on a ship, you need to be practical. But the one difference that Bjorn will notice from the last time he saw Mary before she passed is that right at the like chest line where the dress meets, there's this black, almost like lightning pattern that kind of comes up from her chest and into her collarbone and then just kind of fades away, almost lightning-like. She doesn't remember how she passed, but lightning probably was the cause.
Okay. Right.
Bjorn will almost take like 3 steps forward to like try to embrace her, and then he'll stop because he'll recognize what the relationship used to be and what Mary just said.
I do not have 2 left feet. I was killing it out there.
If you were killing it, you would have helped the other 2 that were struggling and pulled them in.
You've been dead. I've been making my own decisions.
It didn't seem like a
and I've been doing fine.
You have been.
Hear this?
You just Bjorn yelling to nobody.
Right, wouldn't we hear this so we would have ran into there?
Yeah, I mean, you would hear this, yeah.
Okay, so that's around the time then that I'm going to come in the bathroom.
It's a ghost!
Yeah, Bjorn, all right.
And she's corporeal enough to where you guys can see her, but... Oh, Roneen!
Oh,
it's been...
Okay, so I have met you.
Yes.
You know,
or at least
yeah.
I
you
know
of her.
Of you.
I know of her. I look at you, and I look at the sword, and I look at Bjorn, and I look back at the sword, and I look back at Bjorn. Is this you? Oh,
you think I know?
You said it talked to you. She didn't. You didn't. She said she talked to you. You didn't say she did this.
I didn't know she did this. And half the time she talked to me, I thought it was my own survival guilt imagining it myself.
But this is new, uncharted territory to me as well. Answer, sister, if that is in fact who you are.
How can I prove to you that is...
Is there something that you know that only he would know? That's usually how you test these things.
He will stab the sword into like a little side table and walk up to her and lean in so Roneen can't hear. What was my nickname? What is it you used to call me that I loathe? Which you, by the way, do not get to call me anymore because I am a grown man.
Also, I forgot in her description, she has a circlet with black raven skulls on it underneath her hair. But she's gonna lean in and just grab his ear. Oh, baby Bjorn.
It is you. Oh, it's her.
Did I?
I don't know
Please tell
how.
me I heard that.
I wasn't being subtle.
Oh, you get roll for it. You can roll for it. Damn it.
Gaslighting him and be like, no one, you can't. No.
I
Everybody.
will let you roll.
I will roll for it. I will give you a chance.
I will give you the
What do we roll for?
to see if
That would be a natural 20.
What are we rolling? Just a regular
For that, I
D20?
roll a natural 20.
I mean, I'm assuming you guys will just all hear it. Yeah.
Perception.
Yeah.
Oh, perception. Okay.
I gave you a chance. It was a natural 20. We heard.
Ooh.
I was gonna say,
I wouldn't know
he's
what
got
to
a
do.
You
19.
have been rickrolled.
hell yeah.
Oh,
Let's go.
oh, of course. Of course.
She's never going to give you up.
I'm never gonna let you down.
Never gonna
Except for the one time that
No.
I did, and it traumatized both of us. But we don't talk about that. The one time I let you down, I died. We're not talking about it. Well,
How is this possible?
I don't know. Again, it's taking everything that I have to bring this out. Last I remember was the storm, and I woke up and I could see you, but I couldn't do anything. So my body, I'm only assuming, latched on to something I knew that would be with you, but not super suspicious, and I went into the sword. And was able to keep tabs on you, and that's how I know who Roneen is. And hi, little biscuit. And
There's the otter is just kind of coming up and sniffing curiously at you.
smell of sea salt. So I don't know how long I'll be able to hold on to this form, and I don't know when I'll be back again. But I can see you. I can talk to you, and now you at least know that when you hear me, it is me.
You
I
can
only know
see
you're going.
everything?
I do.
Well,
also
I mean,
see
I
her
do-
too.
I do have the ability to, like, if you want to get freaky.
That's
thank you.
Thank you. That is enough. Thank you. Yes. Yes, Roneen, you were saying.
I have the ability.
Just telling you,
not
I
look.
can see her too. She's here.
So I am once again graced by your guiding hand.
Yes, I know. You were just so thrilled. It is written all over your face. I know.
I am
Someone's
happy
gotta
to
keep
have
you out of
back,
trouble.
sister. You better
Right.
charge up in the sword then, because I plan to do a lot more than just dance.
Well, you better prepare to fix the sword first. It ain't gonna do much broken.
You know
You
what?
haven't seen the guys I've stabbed with this baby?
Actually, I have.
I'll
It
leave
makes the
you
rules easy, harder to read.
to it, but keep it down a bit.
Oh, are there others?
Mary, I don't suppose that you've got the ability to tell if anybody's coming to get us?
Those powers.
I don't know, DM, would I? I don't think so. I could
No.
me and my familiar can go sit outside. I don't really know how that will help considering the doors.
That's all right. That's you can do the same as we. I will just let you two get reacquainted. All right.
There is one
And I'm
thing
going to-
before you go,
What?
Roneen. As in, I know you've helped take care of Bjorn and teach him and keep him in line, and she's going to take Roneen's hand and druid craft a piece of sea glass to give to her. I just wanted to thank you for making sure that he didn't get himself killed while I couldn't
I
watch over him.
Right here.
can't take much credit for that, but pretty, thank you.
He seemed to taking a liking to you, regardless if he wants to admit it or not. Yes, he's
You
embarrassed.
can
He'll
go
get
back
over
in the sword now. You can go back in the sword now. Go back in the sword now. Go back in the...
It's all right, you old dog.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
I'll
Back in the sword.
get reacquainted and go back onto watch. That was.
Thank you.
Well, this is a day for surprises, isn't it? And I close the door and go back out and sit.
Okay.
I go back out and I sit by Nova and I say, "The ghost in his sword is having a talk with him. It's all right."
Is that normal? Or is
I've never seen her before, and I'm seeing her now. But
interesting?
I think I'm not going to think about it right now.
Cool.
And I sit down and I listen for things.
Okay. While that's going on, as you guys are listening, there is a bit of commotion outside in the storm. It sounds like a lot of people arguing, but there's so much rain crashing down, it's hard to make heads or tails of it. At the same time, unfortunately, Amanda's not here, but Alistair and Azalia, while you are sleeping, you get pulled into a dream state that's almost interacting with this battle. Some kind of battle in the streets happening. A sword is flashing, a shield is being used to blunt the blade, and you're hearing every bit of it, and you're just feeling that whatever is coming, it might not be directed at both of you, but you were in its path. And there are guards outside that are trying to stop this from happening. For the people awake, you would hear something outside. Do you actively look at what's in the window?
Yes.
Yes.
Like,
Like I was, because I just realized.
like
my
trying to
mic was off.
unmute
Yes.
and like something popped up in the way of it.
Okay. You do see someone hooded in what looks like an enchanted cloak, taking this purple and black blade and starts slashing through guards like butter. And they look like they're actively trying to get in the building, but there are several soldiers that are stopping them, slowing their path. But they're moving as if magic is something more unique to them than it is to everyone else. Bending spells and cutting through magic as if they are the original creator of it. You eventually hear a kick down in the door as you hear some people move around, as you start hearing them just kind of push people in a row and they just stomp up. In the sleep, You cannot wake up Alistair or Azalia, but you kind of keep hearing this voice. Wake up. Wake up. I can't help you. Wake up. As you just can't fight the urge. You are stuck in this dream state. As immediately you start hearing a kick against the door, all of you. Just a thud. Just keeps kicking at the door, until you just immediately just hear a blinding sound outside. As immediately you just hear a propulsion of a body get thrown out through another door. As you just hear, fuck, this is too soon. And then it just goes quiet. Everyone wakes up at this point. The sound is quiet, with the exception of a few screams of dead bodies around as people are realizing the corpses around. The door is busted, but it's still closed. Everyone's awake.
Wasn't she just telling everyone to be quiet? Now there's
I
people
don't
kicking
think
open
that
doors.
was them. Let us go see. Can I walk through Mary?
Mage
We can go
armor?
outside.
Sure.
Mhm.
I just float.
I have 2 scimitars in my hands, and I'm following Bjorn out.
Okay, so you open up the
You
door
see
and head
Bjorn
up the hallway.
followed by a ghost.
Okay,
I
as you
cast mage armor on myself and am behind them, queued up with a Eldritch Blast.
You open up the door as you're all ready, as you see the door across the way that you guys would have also had too. It looks like someone got propelled through it and then through the wall, as if some kind of magical blast not only pushed them through the door, but enough force to actually push them through the brick of the other side of the wall and throw them off, as it seems like they ran off somewhere. You don't see who did this. You do see a couple bodies as immediately... Everybody, you just see this tall man, tiefling, short beard, wearing like a leather tunic. Just, we are trying to figure this out. Please don't leave your rooms. As you just see that he seems to be in charge of the whole thing right now. You see that some kind of bloody battle. Whoever got cut down was cut down with a very sharp blade. Alistair, where are you right now?
I think I'm seeing everybody run out with weapons. I'm standing by Azalia and I'm quickly rehooking my armor back on real fast.
Okay. All right.
Does it look like this? So they got pushed through a wall, or
It looks
jumped
like some
through a wall?
kind of magical propulsion. Like maybe someone cast some kind of spell and it did enough force to push this person. Like they barred themselves between your main door and them, and they did enough force to push them with some kind of magical spell to push them through the opposed. So you guys are room 8. They would push them through the door of room 7 with enough energy that also pushed them through the wall. So they got thrown outside the building.
So there were 2 people involved in whatever the fuck happened with the wall.
Correct.
Shit. Okay.
And we don't see any sign of the assailant?
You don't see any sign of the assailant or the person who actually pushed them away to protect you all. I will allow, once everybody gets together to look outside, to give me an investigation check on the area at hand.
Give me my fucking hat. I'm the conspiracy.
Natural 20 for our 21.
Oh, shit.
Crying out loud, I cannot roll for shit tonight.
You said perception?
Yeah.
Investigation 7.
Oh,
18.
perception.
18.
Oh, I
Nat
thought
one.
you said
Oh, no,
Perception
investigation.
or-
I'm sorry, investigation. Investigation. I got confused with where it's late. I'm tired.
Either
No,
is
you're
a
fine.
7.
Never mind. 16. Fuck.
Okay.
4.
4. Okay. So if you had a 18 or higher, I just got to make sure I describe this the best that I can. Okay. You see that whatever happened, the person who was cutting through with nothing. It wasn't specifically just exclusively a sharp blade, but a blade that probably gave itself a power that allowed itself to basically be unmatched in a way. You even see swords that were sliced in perfect half, not they were broken, but maybe the mere parry of a sword to whatever this person was wielding merely sliced that other sword in half. Bones are cleaved perfectly. For the natural 20,
Yes.
there is only one thing that is left behind that almost evaporates quicker than you all can investigate. That is left behind by whatever stopped this. Is a shadow of a red and a black feather. And that's where we're going to end it.
Oh shit, dog. I'm cooking. I'm cooking right now, dude. I'm cooking.
And down the rabbit hole Ryan goes again.
Oh, the rabbit hole. I'm balls deep in the rabbit
See you
hole.
later, Alice. Adios.
So, with that, we're going to end the session there. Thank you for everybody for the raids. Thank you for the follows. That was awesome. We will be on again tomorrow with the final part of the one shot. Check that out. Same time, 6:30 Central Time. And for the people, we had a couple people message me during this. If it is about 5 bar, we'll be at 5 bar Thursday at 6 o'clock. If you wanted to come by to ask any questions, or if you just want to watch, the game starts at 7. Everybody have a fantastic night, and we'll see you tomorrow.